Okay, I should be live now. That was the delayed opening. Hi. Welcome, welcome. Just gonna close all this shit. And, let's get started. Hope everyone's having a good day. I've decided to go ahead. I said this last night on Twitter and stuff. You might have saw. I'm not gonna be continuing Sunshine. It was fun. But watching me kind of fumble through it, I don't think is that entertaining. So I'm gonna decide against it. Maybe I'll stream it one day in the future when I feel confident in my Sunshine skills. But, it's gonna be one of those things I play on my own. Here to accompany you for the ass. Yeah, this is apparently the worst case in the entire series, according to every testimonial I've got from every person who's played this game. So, that doesn't really put me in the mindset to be like, this is gonna be awesome. But hi everyone, hi Jen, hi Zen. Doesn't have the tits clown. I think I saw someone that I follow think the tits clown is sexy. I don't remember though, and I don't. I'm not like calling out someone for being into the balloon tits clown. There are worse things you could be into. You could be into manslaughter. It's like, But hope everyone's having a good night. I don't know if I'll be able to do this whole case tonight. I started as early as possible, so I could at least make good progress in it. I think if you're into manslaughter, it stops being a manslaughter. Why is manslaughter even illegal? What's wrong with man's laughter? That's my joke. I stole it from Twitter. It's not even a joke I made. But, I got the game in. It's funny, I'm going from playing another trilogy of games to just another one again. They just, like, the Nintendo Switch loves trilogies. If you put any more than that on a collection, they fucking hate you. Nintendo sees, like, more than 3 games in a collection, and they're like, come on, grow the fuck up. Fuck's wrong with you? But, I think we're ready to switch over. Yeah, Nintendo loves counting to 3, which is the opposite of Valve because they hate counting to 3. That's my other joke that's, like, extremely obvious. I'm going 2 for 2 tonight. Let's start it. Let's have no fear. Turnabout Big Top. But all the Mega Man Legacies collection have more than 3? Well, Nintendo doesn't love Capcom. They're okay with Capcom. They tolerate Capcom. But, if Capcom and Nintendo got into a scuffle, Nintendo would not hesitate to pull the trigger. Is all I'm saying. So, Ace Attorney, one of those games where it's harder for me to talk to chat, so I apologize in advance. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the big show! Prepare to witness a man who has mastered the wonder of flight! They couldn't get, like, a HD version of, like, this audience cheering? The world's greatest magician! The one, the only, Maximilian Galactia! What is this? What is going on here? Why is there just the Earth in the background? December 26th, Very Big Circus entrance. Oh boy, it's after Christmas.
Wow, that was like being in a dream. I haven't even caught my breath yet.
That was amazing, wasn't it, Pearly? It was great. There was a dancing bear, and a tiger that jumped through a ring of fire, an elephant that rode a big ball. Not to mention that guy who flew through the air. Yeah, Max Galactia. He was absolutely fabulous. Huh? What? Max? Max Galactia, the world's greatest magician. Magician? No, a magician. Mr. Nick? Huh? What is it, Pearls? Does magic have anything to do with channeling spirits? I don't think it has anything to do with channeling. You don't know about magic, do you, Pearls? I'm sorry. Who the fuck is going to a carnival in winter? Why not? Phoenix did. For Pearls! You wouldn't do it for Pearls? Come on. I braved the winter cold and took Pearls to see the circus. It's been 6 months since that terrible incident in Curane Village. And it was during that trying time that I met Pearls. Have they had no cases in, like, the past 6 months? Thankfully, she seems to be recovering from it and is returning to her normal self. It's time to go. You're right. We can't miss the last train. Pearls, you remembered the train? Of course I did. But I don't really understand what everyone means by express train. Well, Nick, see you later. I'll come by to help clean the office. It's gotta be spotless for the new year. Don't worry about it, really. You're going to visit Mr. Nick on New Year's? Maybe. I'm glad you will get to spend your New Year's with your special someone. Pearly! Look, it's time to go. Happy New Year, Mr. Nick. Happy New Year? Ugh, I really hope it'll turn out that way. December 28th. Well, today wraps it up for this year. Hope I can finish cleaning this place up in one day. Ugh. Hello? This is the Wright & Co. law office. Nick! It's terrible! Maya, perfect timing. Things are terrible here, too. Huh? The office is a terrible mess. I have to clean it up. What are you talking about? My dirty office. What are you talking about? Listen, Nick, you have to turn on the TV. The TV? Now let's chicken it in at the scene. Huh? What happened? Thank you. We're here at Berry Big Circus. The Berry Big Circus has become the center of a sensational murder! The scene has caused quite a stir among the throngs of excited onlookers. The Berry Big Circus. That's the circus we went to, right? They're saying that there was a murder. Yeah, they arrested him too! Arrested who? Max! They arrested Max Galactia! Maximilian Galactia. Fans call him Max. A popular magician who can fly through the sky at will. Maya said she was a huge fan of Max. Alright, Nick, I'll see you in 2 hours at the detention center. Huh? What? See you there! You've still got plenty of time to clean up your office later. What? Charlie. Quite decorative plant. I wouldn't mind his help cleaning this place, too. Poster of the newest member of the Steel Samurai universe. Maya went out and bought it right away. She's a sucker for all things Steel Samurai. I hear they're even giving the new guy his own movie. I just know Maya's gonna drag me out to see it with her. Well, will you like it? Difficult-looking legal books now stand in a formidable row. They mock me. I wouldn't mind dumping some of these off at the used bookstore, but that might not be such a good idea. My desk. Since I don't have time to sit, it's unusually clean. I guess he has been doing cases that we're just not a part of, which is fine. It doesn't need to be every case needs to be showcased in the game. There's a giant building just outside the window. It's the Gatewater Hotel, a high-class luxury hotel. Until recently, it had been a normal business-class hotel. Now it's a murder hotel. I mean, so far this hasn't been too bad. You know, 10 minutes in, I'm not throwing up. What are they talking about? Why did they arrest Max? You're asking the wrong man on that one, Maya. Maybe he used his magical skills to deal death with a sleight of hand? Maximilian Galactica would never do such a thing! Fabulous! What the young lady just said was absolutely fabulous! What a clever girl! Such a fabulous understanding of events! What's with all this fabulous talk? Welcome to the visitors' room! It's Max! Dick, look! It's the real Maximilian Galactica! Alright, sweetie. Pick a card. Any card. He called me sweetie! Oh, Nick. Time's running out, sweetie. Pick a card. Any card. This one. Aha! I thought you would pick that one, sweetie. The Ace of Hearts. He got it! He got it! Nick, look! He got it! What can I say, sweetie? You've stolen one of my most valued possessions. One of Maximilian Galactia's hearts! Max. Oh. Well, time to make this an absolutely fabulous time. Max, you should let Nick pick a card. Ugh, I don't want to steal one of his hearts. And you are? Oh, how silly of me. You must be the sweetie's driver. Her driver. Whatever. Hurry up and pick a card. Any card. I want this one. So, sweetie. Let's be honest here. You came to this visitor's room to visit me, didn't you? Yeah! I'm your biggest fan! Fabulous! Absolutely fabulous! Thank you so much! Hey, what about my card? Think of it as a souvenir. Well, Nick, I think it's time to get to work. What's the matter, Nick? Why are you looking at the ceiling? I was just thinking about what I should have for lunch. Sweetie, drop Porcupine Head over there. Shower me with your attention, okay? Oh, yes! Absolutely fabulous! Absolutely cringe-induced. Okay. I can't look at the word cringe the same anymore because of the fucking internet. Can tell this guy is gonna be insufferably great to work with. Yeah. He said it. He said cring. Max, I was hoping you could tell me a little bit more about yourself. Fabulous! I think we should get to know each other better, too. Why don't you come sit next to me? There's a big piece of security glass between us. Oh, sweet Jeebus. Oh, what in the world? Oh, if only I could use magic. Then I could make this wall disappear. What is this guy talking about? Anyways, lately you've become awfully... Oh, wait. Lately, you've become awfully famous, haven't you, Max? That's Maximilian to you, Porcupine Head. Get it straight. Jeez, people nowadays, they get their panties all up in a bunch over nothing. Anyway, Maximilian, you won a very prestigious award recently, did you not? I did indeed. It was fabulous! I won the Magician's Grand Prix, held by the Association of International Magicians. It's an award that recognizes that I am the most fabuloso of fabulous world magicians. There was a trophy and a bust. It was it was an amazing day. Wow, that's incredible. Isn't it? I'm certifiably the greatest magician in the world. I'm going to guess he didn't win a trophy for most modest magician. You're assigned to an exclusive contract with the Berry Big Circus, correct? That's the long and short of it. You sure do your research, sweetie. I'm impressed. You just can't watch a magician on TV, you know? Magic is so fabulous, you have to see it with your own eyes, sweetie. You're right. You're so right. However, the circus, it's a dinosaur. A thing of the past. Nowadays, no one even cares about what goes on there. Huh? What do you mean? That's why I signed the contract. That's why you signed the contract? Thanks to me, the Berry Big Circus is fabulously popular. People come out in droves to catch a glimpse of the magic of Max Galactia. I revived the dinosaur that is the circus. But to me, it was just another magic trick. Isn't it just wonderful, sweetie? Yeah. I made all the old crusty circus performances obsolete. But I kinda like the circus performances. Maya looks a bit down. Oh, that means we can go home. Maya doesn't like this guy anymore. We can go home. Case is over. Hope you enjoyed. Really short. Pretty good though. I don't know why you guys were talking about it being the worst. Tell me what happened at the Berry Big Circus. Ah, last night, the ringmaster was murdered. The ringmaster? You mean Russell Berry? Someone smashed him over the head, I hear. He was slumped over on the ground. Even though it was in the middle of the night, the police presence was fabulous. The police questioned me at length. Questioned you about what? About everything. I was the last one to see the ringmaster before he was murdered. I saw him last evening in his room. So then why were you arrested? Arrested? Don't make an anthill into a mountain, sweetie. They just wanted to consult me on the matters. That's all. Nick, I don't think Max understands how serious this is. She's right. I think I should shock him back into reality. Before the murder, you met with the ringmaster. Uh-huh. What did you talk about? Things that aren't for your ears. Maya, would you please ask him? What did you talk about with the ringmaster, Max? Ah, it was nothing. Small talk, really. We were just having a chat about my salary. Salary? I am the one bringing in the crowds. I think that I should be compensated as such. You agree, don't you? Yeah. That's all you talked about? Of course! It was a fabulous chat. Oh good, he's lying out of his ass. Just fabulous. I mean... Ugh, now he's got me saying it. What's the matter, Nick? You look all bent out of shape. Oh, I have literally nothing I can do there. So what am I gonna do? I have, like, nothing to present. When you make absolutely fabulous magic, it costs enormous sums of money. Sums like that will boggle your minds. That's why you went to his room last night? I went to ask him for a fabulous raise. I wonder how people can lie with such a straight face. I guess I can try. See if I can make even just a sliver of progress. At least get an idea of what I would need. Last night you met with the ringmaster, correct? To negotiate your salary and such. Exactly! We reached an agreement about the salary for my 6-month-old contract. That's the truth? The whole truth? What do you mean? You just went to his office to negotiate your new salary. I hate lies, and I hate liars even more. What are you insinuating? Do you have any proof that I did something other than negotiate my fee last night? Not at the moment. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather more clues before I try again. What is that badge? Is it used in a disappearing act? I'm not a magician, Max. I'm an attorney. An attorney? Then why are you wasting your time talking to me? He isn't wasting his time. Max, you're... Okay. Relax, sweetie. You're just a little over-anxious, I think. Anyways, I've been curious about something for a while now. What's that? Why do you keep looking at me with such a sad look on your face, sweetie? Because you've been arrested for murder! Oh, don't be ignorant. They wouldn't arrest someone like me. Why is that? Obviously, because I'm the fabulous Maximilian Galactia. So, I'm the very big star of the very big circus. And that means I'm rich. I'm paid fabulous sums. Which means what? Max, quit joking around. You've got to be pulling my magic wand. The police aren't really serious about all this, are they? They don't arrest people as a joke. Look at Max. He's crushed. Well, he needed to wake up and smell the coffee. This is serious business. Yes? I mean, sir, you're a lawyer, right? Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm an attorney. Please, help me! I didn't kill nobody! Didn't kill nobody? I may be more spoiled than a hog in a hamburger mud pit, but a killer? That's insane! I could never... Max? I swear! I just wanted to pay off my daddy's debt. He's back on the farm. Okay. I'll take your case. Really? Really? Thank you much. Y'all are nice folks. Max? Yes? What's your real name? It's Billy Bob Johns. Billy Bob Johns. What's the matter, Maya? He's really just a country bumpkin. He is a country bumpkin who can fly. I must apologize for not being my absolutely fabulous self just now, sweetie. Huh? Mr. Attorney. Yes? A few minutes ago, you took one of my cards, didn't you? Now that he mentions it, I did take a card. It was the 10 of hearts, right? How'd he got it right again? Well, what can I say? You too. You've stolen some of my most valued possessions. 10 of Maximilian Galactia's hearts. You sure do have a lot of hearts, don't you? I'm putting my faith in you, sweetie. He didn't just call me a sweetie, did he? Alright, let's make this an absolutely fabulous case. Come on, Nick. We're here again. Yep, but this time we are here for work. Hasn't been that long since the crime, so the police are still on the scene. Let's find someone who might know something about what happened. Sounds like a plan. Ooh. We got a couple places we could go. Let's go to the lodging house. This seems to be a dorm where all the performers in the circus stay. Really? So we might run into that stoogey clown here, right? Oh, he's so kooky. Ah, it's you two. Oh, Detective Gumshoe! How is it you guys always seem to know when I'm working on a crime scene, pal? Because you're always working, Detective. Well, I'd rather not be always working, but with crime, you don't get to make your own hours. If I have to be at a circus anyways, I want to see the lion tamer and the tightrope. However, no matter where I go, the show is always the same. Dead body, stage left. Nick, he complained! That's a rarity. Let's get back to business now, shall we? Aw, it's not playing his theme. Do you know who'll be the prosecutor in court tomorrow? Of course! It'll be Miss Von Karma. She isn't gonna hit me with her whip again, is she? What do you have to worry about? You only have to see her in court. When she shows up at the precinct, the sound of that whip never ends, pal. Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure Miss Von Karma's really interesting and all, but there's something else I'd rather talk about. Well, like who? Like Mr. Edgeworth, of course. You know, Nick's true rival, Miles Edgeworth. What in the world happened after I went back home? Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't heard about what happened to him? Nick won't tell me. Well, to be honest, I'm not at liberty to tell you either. Let's just say he's, not around anymore. He's not around? Nick, what does he mean Mr. Edgeworth isn't around? Exactly what he said. He's not around. Edgeworth is gone. Don't say his name again, okay? Nick? The ringmaster at the circus was murdered, wasn't he? Yep, last night around 10 p.m. He died outside in the cold. Pretty sad way to go out if you ask me, pal. It was rather cold. This is the scene of the crime, pal. The body was found right over there. Right about where you are standing right now. Ah! Surprised you, didn't I? I'm not laughing! Excuse me, but do you mind telling me what happened to the victim? He was killed by a blow to the noggin, pal. Keep! It's pretty clear-cut as far as murders go. He was discovered quickly, but there's just one thing that doesn't quite fit. Ha! There always seems to be something that doesn't quite fit. What was this one thing that just didn't quite fit? The, thing you mentioned earlier. Footprints, pal! Footprints. Footprints? Look at this picture of the crime scene. What's this? This wooden box under the body? No clue, pal. Some forensics experts took it back and are examining it now. And, what is so mysterious about the footprints? Oh, calm down now. Take a good look at the footprints in this picture. The victim's footprints are on the scene. That's right, pal. Problem is, the killer's footprints aren't there. Bingo. Where did the killer come from and, where did the killer run off to? Obviously, there's no way the killer committed this crime while flying. A flying culprit. That's when something just clicked in my head. There's no way! Flying is impossible! Yeah, that's right. Flying is impossible. Absolutely impossible. What's with the hollow laugh, pal? I meant nothing by it, pal. Better stated, it means I don't want to talk about it. Maybe I can get some info about Max out of him. Come on, you've flashed that badge at me so many times it doesn't work anymore. Why don't you try wearing a different badge every now and then? Well, I do have a Steel Samurai badge with me. How about that one? I'll only wear it if Detective Gumshoe carries a Steel Samurai police badge. Then it's a deal. I hear that Detective Gumshoe has that very badge. What? Don't look at me like that. You're making me nervous. Circus stage sure doesn't look this small from out in the audience. Wow, this is where they all perform, isn't it? Nick, do some somersaults. I'm not doing any somersaults. Why not? You look like you'd be great at it. Why do I look like I'd be great at somersaults? Huh, Nick? It wasn't me. It's Tiger! He's coming this way! Ah! Phoenix dies. That's the end of the game. Hope you enjoyed. Stay, heal. Whew, I'm still here. I'm not dead. Yet. Nick! Are you okay? Scared you, didn't I? Regent is such a cute tiger, isn't he? She's the killer. I just looked at her, she's the killer. Take one good look at her, she's the killer. Case is over, I know who killed him, it's her. If it's not her, I'll eat my shirt. Anyways. What's the matter? You two sure are quiet. Don't what's the matter me. Nick, he almost died there. He wasn't anywhere close to getting hurt, let alone dying. This little tiger hardly ever bites people. And besides, people normally never get to play with a wild tiger, right? So if you think about it, you're actually really lucky. Huh? You agree, don't you? I guess. Well, what do you mean, you guess? Why are you agreeing with her? Your costume. Eh? It's cute. I want to try it on. Costume? You mean my clothes? You don't mind letting me try it on, right? I guess not. Really? You're the best. Wow, tables turned so quickly on that one. So much for the tiger thing. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Regina Barry, the renowned animal tamer of the Berry Big Circus. My name's Maya Fey. I'm a spirit medium. Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. When you put us up next to an animal tamer, I bet we really look odd. Nice to meet you. Likewise. Is she not wearing any pants? I can't tell. Hey, Regina! What do you know about what happened last night? You mean the murder? Uh-huh. My dad was murdered. Oh, I see. What? What did she just say? So, the ringmaster was your... Yep, the ringmaster was my dad. I'm so sorry about what happened to him. Why do you say you're sorry? Huh? Anyways, everyone was here practicing last night. Even your dad? Yes, everyone was here. We finished up around 10 p.m. After that, everyone went off on their own. I was the only one who stayed around here. Why did you do that? I was playing with Regent. Regent? So that she was playing with that beast. That's when the police showed up. When they took me out to check things out, Dad was dead. For someone whose father was just murdered, she seems awfully perky. I wish she would tell us more about her dad. That's incredible that you are an animal tamer. If you say so. It has to be really scary. Scary? Why? Huh? Regent isn't scary. He's cute. Ever since Leon died, Regent has been my best friend. Leon? Yes, Leon the lion. Leon the, lion. Regent and Regina. Interesting name choices. Leon. He died? Yes, actually, he was killed. My dad killed him. What? Why did he do that? I'm not sure why he did it. It's tough not to get charmed when she looks at you with those innocent eyes. Yeah, she's the killer. She's way too, like, perked up about this. I wanted to read that dialogue. I've gotten affidavits from most of the performers at the circus. They're certainly a strange bunch of characters. You don't say! Well, not stranger than you, I suppose. That was cold. I'm sorry. I was just messing around. Looks like Max is the most unpopular guy in this circus tent. You know what they say, a bad attitude follows you everywhere. He's a bit arrogant, but he didn't seem that bad. But just because someone has a bad attitude doesn't make them a criminal. It's not just his attitude. I've got proof, pal. Huh? He left something at the scene of the crime. One of his magician's trademarks. An incredibly well-made silk hat. Well, it does have very classy decorative elements. Max uses a cloak, silk hat, and white roses as his signature symbols. Pretty mundane, aren't they? Who cares if they are mundane? At least they are easy to understand. I must have hit a nerve. That's what he said. Who said? The eyewitness. Tell us about the eyewitness. So about the eyewitness. You know I'm not gonna tell you about that. That's the prosecution's trump card. Oh well. Oh, I just remembered. What? I forgot to mention that you two are barred from entering that lodging house. Why's that? Oh, no reason. Just something I remembered to tell you. It must be because that's where the eyewitness is. Let's check it out. Don't you dare, pal. I'm going in. Wonder whose room this is. The name tag on the door says Mo on it. I guess he's not here. Wow, it's a real mess in here. My room's probably worse, though. Oh well, I give up. We'll have to come back later. Everyone's like, here he comes. Mo seems to have seems to be a voracious reader. What a fucking adjective to use for that. Look at all the hard books he has there. Clowns for Dummies, The Joke's on You, Treat Your Peons Right, and the classic Funny Jokes Are Funny. Wow, Mo is very studious. The joke's on you, huh? Oh shit. Clown equipment is so funny looking. He's got a balancing ball, a unicycle, he's even got a trampoline. But they're all broken. Maybe he was just a little too excited during practice. Who knows with that guy? Maybe that's part of the gag. All those clown costumes lined up like that. I don't know about you, but it's creepy. Ugh. Look at the collection he's got! It's incredible! It must be a collection of clown costumes from all around the world. Oh! I almost forgot! What is it now? She better not want me to try one of those on. I was thinking of starting a costume collection myself. I'll call it World Spirit Channels. We can display it in our office. In our office? Ugh, as soon as you start paying the bills, you can say that. Phoenix is calling Maya a freeloader. Mo's got an excellent pair of pajamas, laid on his bed in an excellent manner. What? Those are pajamas? You mean he goes to bed dressed as a clown? Ew. Oh, I really like the dog slippers. Awesome! Look at those shoes! They're great! Forget the shoes. Check out that great gag banana peel. You sure it wasn't Mo's snack after lunch? Are you blind? Look at how many scratches there are from people slipping on it. Well, I guess there's nothing we can do here. Oh. Look at the ceiling. Looks like someone punched a hole in it. You're right. I wonder what happened. I don't even want to imagine what goes on in here. What the? There's a string of carrots here. How strange. The carrots seem to come in all different shapes. Weird. I can't tell if Mo just likes carrots or if he's using them for some sort of gag. Nick, you can see the scene of the crime from here. You can even tell that the ground has been disturbed. It's right in front of the window, about 30 feet away. I guess it wouldn't have been strange for someone to have seen the crime from here. Well, I guess we're leaving. Mo the Clown did not show up. Mo's art. This silk hat is Max's. That's right. It's beautiful, isn't it? I thought up the idea for wearing the hat. Huh? Really? Yep, he took my sketch to the hat shop, and they made a custom hat for him based off the sketch. There's only one of these silk hats in the entire world. Isn't that cool? After practice was over, Dad went right back to his room. His room? Yes, that door right over there leads to the ringmaster's room. I don't know why, but he went off to his room in a hurry. I don't know what happened. Ringmaster's room. It's probably a good idea to check it out for myself. Alright, I look so cute in this picture. Don't you think I look cute? Don't you? Don't you? You sure do! No objections here. Cool, this lady's got a whip. She's an animal tamer, huh? Sort of. Two women with whips. That's my cue to shut up and act like a good boy. Phoenix? What do you think about this person? It's Max! Hey, where is Max now anyways? You don't know? Nope. He's been arrested. He was charged with the murder of your father. It's okay. Nick and I will help him. Max isn't the guy, is he? I mean, the criminal? Of course he's not. I'm worried about so many things right now. Like what? Maya, you're a spirit channeler. Yep, I'm still training though. That sounds like fun. I think you should join us at the circus. Huh? As a spirit channeler? Yeah, you'd be a big hit. Really? She says I'd be a big hit. I think she's just being nice. Regina, what's the matter? What's on your mind? I'll tell you, Maya, but just you. Well... What? Really? And then... Oh my! That's incredible, Regina! Come on, Nick, there's no reason to pout. Don't worry about me. Regina just told me that someone professed their love to her. Professed their love? Not only that, it was Maximilian Galecki. Ooh. Wonder how many people have stolen one of his hearts anyways. And then, on the exact same day, another person professed their love for her as well. What? Who was it? Someone named Trillo. Trillo? Apparently he is a tenor who sings at the circus. Haven't met him yet. Regina seems to be quite the hit with the men in the circus. She must have some sort of strange power over them. You're not kidding. 2 people in one day. Even I want to profess my love to her. Me too. She's so cute. Guys. Settle down. This was the ringmaster's room? Yeah, this room belonged to the victim, which means this must be where Max led the ringmaster last night. Now that you mention it, this is what he said. I wonder what... That's an interesting poster. Ah, it's a poster of Max! I want it! I want it! I want it! Oh, Nick, I want it! I want to get out of here. You may not know this, but this is what they call a tailcoat. And this is what they call the face of someone who already knew that. What? Scrap of white paper is sticking out of the coat pocket. Huh? Where? Where? Calm down, Maya. You can't just go rummaging through people's coats. You always make me feel like I'm doing something wrong. I want to see the paper. This is where the ringmaster applied his makeup. It's quite a collection of the most understated colors. Shocking pink, for example. This one says it is 100% all-natural organic mascara. And this one says, sensitive enough for a baby, strong enough for a mime. The ringmaster must have really been concerned about skincare. Very metrosexual. I mean, he works at a circus. There's a lot of posters here, don't you think? There are indeed. So many posters, they aren't likely to miss one, are they? Maya, we're supposed to be the honest ones here. But, you didn't even notice that I took one. Oh, she already swiped one. You're incorrigible, you know that? I don't even know what that means. Look at all the stars on this poster. This must have been the poster they used to promote their public appearances. Posters are the way to go, aren't they? What do you mean? We should make posters to promote our law firm. Spine-tingling legal action. Mind-numbing legalcy. You will say wow. Or perhaps, hold it. Don't miss out on a stunning life-or-death courtroom thrill ride. With those taglines, our law firm would sink faster than the Titanic. They could use that in marketing for the games. I don't know how to say words. Words, English is fake. That's what I've learned doing college. Like, English is fake. We made it up, so don't worry about it. If you worry about everything, you'll never say words again. Because all you'll be thinking about is like, oh my god, did I say penis right? All of these frames look the same. They almost look like thank you cards. Looks like every year the ringmaster made donations to charity. To the Robot Clown Research Center. You're kidding, right? What? it may be a perfectly reputable charity in the field of advanced tomfoolery. That's pretty funny. Nick, look at all the photos lined up on the wall. It's like a guided tour of the circus's history. This is so cool! It seemed like there were so many happy memories. Maybe we should do this sort of thing at our office. We could put up pictures of all the clients who have been found not guilty. And what if we had a client who was found guilty? We'll just pretend like they didn't exist. How's that? Jesus Christ, Maya. Nick, now you've got me thinking about losing cases. Why'd you do that? There's some pretty good gags here. They should have just made this like a cartoon dog shit thing. Nick, look at all the cute trophies. Indeed. Just look at all the awards this circus has won. Like, All-County Quiz Champions, Ringmasters Association Mini Golf Master, Beer Belly Balloon Bounce... Pet Grooming Grand Prix. Wow. The Ringmaster was multi-talented in ways I could have never imagined. See, that's funny. That's funny. That's comedy. It's a table for guests. There are some papers scattered on top. Oh, look at this! Max's salary is written on this piece of paper. Yikes! What is it? I didn't know that a magician. This salary is incredible. She looks like she's ready to pass out from shock. How much is it? How much is it? That much? Incredible, huh? You can say that again. This must be the paper they used to negotiate Max's salary. The Ringmaster signed it and dated it. What's the matter, Nick? Max definitely got a raise, but this document is dated a week ago. This was the table he used when visitors came to see him. Ew, there's mud caked on the table. Someone with terrible manners must have put their shoes up on the table. Nick, don't even think about it. I wasn't. How uncouth do you think I am anyways? This is strange. Everything else looks nice, but this desk looks old and cheap. There's a really big photo on the desk. It's a picture of Regina and her father, the Ringmaster. He really loved her, didn't he? Regina was lucky to have such a wonderful father. Oh, I guess that's all we can do here for now. God, I can't stand this fucking circus song. She doesn't care about those. Huh? Hey, Nick! Look over there! What? There's someone over there! Excuse me! Hello? Wow, he sure is a quiet one. Excuse me! What? Huh? Huh? Me? Yes, you. You work at the circus, don't you? No. I'm just your everyday average Joe. An average Joe who just happens to hang out at the circus? I don't think so. Yes, I am. I've got nothing to do with what's going on here. He's lying. Like any normal person would hang around a circus dressed like that. I'm an attorney. My name is Phoenix Wright. I'm a spirit medium. My name is Maya. Well, I just happen to be, passing by. And I suppose you happen to be some kind of carny. Not a carny. I'm a performer, actually. I'm a ventriloquist. Ventriloquist? I'm Benjamin Woodman. Your last name is Woodman? Yes, that's right. But everyone calls me Ben. Ah, yes. That's your alias, right? I believe they call it a stage name. Excuse me, Ben? Yes, you mean me? About the murder. I'd like to talk to you about the details, if I may. Really, I'm just a regular normal guy. I don't know about, This guy's so nervous, he's creeping me out. Nick, cheer up. Try and smile. Would you mind telling us about something, Max? I'm Maximilian Galactia. Max? He's not very nice. Did you just say that Max is not very nice? Ow. My head hurts. Yikes. I hope he is okay. Sounds like he just popped a gasket. Oh, wait. Ben, so you're a ventriloquist. I'm just a regular guy. You already told us that you were a ventriloquist. Oh, yes. Nick, don't yell at him. You can't do that. I can't help it. He's making me nervous. Ben, would you mind showing me some of your skills as a ventriloquist? Well, right now, my... Why? Ugh, he's contagious. Nope. I'm trying to see if I can get any words out of him. Also, yeah, a bow tie this big would be very funny. Man, I haven't gotten a single word out of him yet. Doesn't care about Von Karma. Doesn't care about Regina. Man, I got nothing from that. Oh well. Hello? Kablamo! Congratulations! You have a big wiener! And a 1 million visitor to the room of the one, Mr. Mo Curls, aka me. Earplugs. Must find earplugs. To celebrate this momentous occasion, would you care for an organic grape? Just one? Did you get my joke right there? I welched on giving you more than just one. No. If it was funny, it is your duty as a human being to laugh. People who don't laugh are usually the last seen in Lang Sing. Catch my drift? Maya? Aha! Oh, this is like some Faustian nightmare. Come on, it was funny. Clowns are always funny in my book. In my book, they're just funny looking. You sure do have a great taste in clothes, girlie. Look at that garb. You look just like Greta Garb. Oh! I'm going home. No, Nick, you can't. You know, I can excuse a bad joke or two, but this stooge just keeps laughing at his own jokes. That's what I object to. Okay, I get it. But you have to admit he is kind of funny. No, I do not have to admit that, because he isn't. This is like a new voice I've unlocked because of this clown. Could you please tell us more about the Berry Big Circus? It's a very big story! I sure got that. You sure you got that kind of time? And he hits... And the hits just keep on coming. This circus has been in business for 20 years. We all performed under the guidance of the ringmaster, Russell Berry. 20 years? Wow! Working in the circus is never easy, especially nowadays. With movies, TVs, and bowling, there's just too much competition. But I love the circus! I love it too! That's why I've been here for 20 years. We work hard to keep the show running. No one sends in the clowns on us. Nick, he just made a joke! Laugh! The ringmaster was a real big shot in the circus world. A real class act. Even when there was no customers, Russell would use his own money to pay me. Because he knew that I had a family to care for. He was happy to take care of his employees. I see. How could anyone do that to such a wonderful man? Mo. What? Ugh. I'm sorry, Mo. Nick was born without a sense of humor. Don't worry about it. How could you fault someone for being born that way? Let's talk about the murder. Let's see. It must have taken place around 10 p.m. last night. After rehearsals were finished, I was tuckered out, so I came back here. After I went to bed, that's when I caught a peek of it. Caught a peek? After the crime. Just as we suspected. This guy's the eyewitness to the crime. The ringmaster was truly ahead of his time. He would always add new elements to his show. New elements? When you've been a performer for a long time, your act starts getting a bit stale. I realize that even my act can get a bit long in the tooth. Sometimes my jokes can be a bit, old-fashioned. A bit long in the tooth. But that make-believer takes things too far. Make-believer? The magician! The one that thinks he's all high and mighty. He had the gall to say to me, "You're one of those funny types, right?" What does he mean, one of those? Well, the joke's on him now. On him? Yep, he got on everyone's nerves. The day of the murder. Go ahead. Nope, no way. Just forget I said anything. I bet he's still hiding something about Max. You say you saw the crime. Do you mind telling me what you saw? Well, the police told me that I can't share my story with others. Don't say a word, pal. I'm just gonna let these lips stay sealed. That's not fair. I guess you're right. Maybe I can tell you a few details, but only if you could get a old stiff lip here to make with the funny. Stiff lips? Wait, do you mean me? Nick, you can do it! Oh, what's the matter? Just getting ready. Okay. Do you know why I, Phoenix Wright, am a great lawyer? Because I'm right all the time. At least his expectations are low. I wouldn't let him quit his day job. Yeesh, cut a guy some slack. At least it was funnier than Chuckles over here. It wasn't the greatest joke I've ever heard, but you did try, so I'll tell you what I saw. I'm sorry he's incapable of being funny, Mo. That night, once I had tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thwomp. When I heard it, I jumped out of bed. That's when I saw her. Without question, without a doubt, it was that magician. That's all I saw, but it just proves how terrible that man actually is. He knows more about Max than he is letting on. It's that uppity faker's uppity top hat. They found this at the scene of the crime, didn't they? That's what I've been told. Unbelievable. That jerk killed the ringmaster. It really is a shame that would happen to the ringmaster, huh, Mo? Seems that the ringmaster was truly a great man. Let's see. Oh, that's just I pressed it again. Let's see how much we can get out of Mo. Oh, he said something new there. Hassle! Oh, how can anyone do this to you? Mo's taking this really hard. What are you saying about Maya? This isn't very funny. How am I supposed to know about people who aren't in the circus? If he thinks he can kill the ringmaster, it's only just that he should die too. Mo! Sorry, I crossed the line, but he is a truly disgusting human being. Why do you hate him so much? Let me tell you this one story. The morning before the murder, something terrible happened. Max clonked Ben right over the head, as hard as he could. Ben? The ventriloquist with the speech impediment? Hey, you should go to the cafeteria and investigate for yourselves. Cafeteria? Let's just say that gotta be there something interesting. Ah, yes. The very big circus is very big, isn't it? You should always carry around a map with you to get around. Ah, thank you. This is an atlas. Oh, I kill myself. I really do. Coronary. Coronary. Now he's just laughing to hear his own voice. That's the ringmaster's daughter, Regina. Ever since she was a little girl, she's been watching the circus performers. Cuter than a little puppy Maltese, let Regina. If only my Lorena was that cute. Lorena? Lorena is my daughter. She lives with her mother now. True what they say about the tears of a clown. Is he divorced? been friends with Russell ever since before the circus became him. He was so selfless. He always thought about himself before thinking of others. Or thinking about others before himself. I'll find a way to return the favor. He always took such good care of me. I wish I would have thanked him more than I did. Ah, Ben. How's he doing? He's a ventriloquist, isn't he? That's right. Boy, was I surprised when they told me his secret. He's got a second mouth where his belly button should be. Just kidding. Ben wouldn't tell me a single thing about the murder. Ah, that's a simple problem to solve. He won't talk if he doesn't have his puppet Trillo. Trillo? If Ben doesn't have his ventriloquist puppet, you'll barely get a word out of him. Really? Master and puppet. Ah! What's the matter? Whenever I see my own nose, I remind of my Italian heritage. Ah, I see. It must be because you have one of those Roman noses. Roman all over your face. I didn't cross the line there, did I? You went so far past it, you'll need a map to get back. Maya hates Italians. She fucking hates us. There we go, cafeteria. Mo is Italian and divorced, and that's the funniest possible way he could be. Ew, this place is gross. Must be because of last night. They didn't have time to clean up after dinner because of the murder. That reminds me, what was it that Mo said? He said that yesterday morning Max clonked Ben over the head here. He also said that there's gotta be something interesting here. Nick, what's gotta be interesting? Don't ask. Kitchen is over there. Everyone must have taken turns cooking. There's a duty list posted here. I wouldn't mind trying my hand at cooking for this many people. Maya's killer hamburger. You'd try it, wouldn't you? Yeah, sure. There are worse ways to get food poisoning. Keep our cafeteria clean. Doesn't seem like anyone ever read this sign, huh? Maybe they should make it easier to understand. Clean it or die. Well, that would definitely make them clean up. Bulletin board for, bulletins. It doesn't look like there are any useful clues posted here. Boring. Maybe we should leave a juicy tidbit for someone to read. Juicy? You know, like a fake clue. Maybe something like, message from the killer. Give it up, Maya. You know Gumshoe would take it all seriously. I also feel like that might be a little illegal for us to just plant there. Looks like they've left it exactly as it was on the night of the murder. They didn't seem too worried about cleaning up all the dishes, did they? Looking at all these dishes is making me hungry. Let's go get a burger at the snack stand outside, once we're finished with the case. Alright, then let's get this over with, Nick. Here we go! Whoa! Ugh, where's the mute button when you need it? There are dirty dishes all over the place. Must have been too hectic last night to clean up. You know I can't stand a mess, Nick. I think you and I should clean this place up for them. Why do we have to clean up? 1, because I hate dirty cafeterias. 2, because one bears repeating. But this is a crime scene. We can't clean it up. We have to preserve it for evidence. You know I really hate dirty cafeterias. Not as much as I hate cleaning dirty cafeterias. This is strange. There's nothing on top of this stand. Look here. Max is written on it. Must be his VIP table. Isn't it a bit small to be a VIP table? You wouldn't be putting a 10-course meal on this. Well, he could still eat hamburgers, right? Chair's been knocked over. That's what it looks like. It almost looks like someone knocked it over in a struggle or used it for self-defense. Or maybe Regent just likes to eat his dinner in the cafeteria. What's this? Must be a juice bottle or something. Watch out, Nick. There's broken glass all over the floor. Broken bottle just lying in the middle of the floor. Do you think it means anything? There's gotta be something interesting there. Huh? Looks like we're going to have to go back and meet with him. Him? That's something. It's the bottle. Hey, Mo. Hey, Mo! Well, someone wants the bottle. If it made Phoenix stop in his tracks to be like, this is it. I wonder if we've gathered enough clues to be like, you know, go up to Max and try and open his heart. I'm thinking that's a possibility. Oh, it's my two sweeties! Welcome to the detention center! Did he just call me a sweetie again? What's on today's agenda? What can I help you with? Well, we've gathered quite a bit of clues here. Wonderfully fantabuloso! I mean fabulous! That's why we came to meet with you again. What's wrong? Quit making such a scary face. Okay then, Max, then let's make this absolutely fabulous. This guy is Mettaton, but not likable. We heard a lot about you at the circus, Max. Ah, you must mean from the dinosaurs. How were those Jurassic Ariatrics? Max, you aren't very popular with the other performers, are you? Yes, 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 sweetie, that's what they call jealousy. Jealousy. They're absolutely jealous of my absolutely fabulous self. People who really understand can see the obvious differences between us. People who really understand. For instance, my sweetie pie. So Regina understands him, huh? I plan on getting married to her. She truly is my sweetie pie princess. How? That's so cool. It's already in the works. Oh? That's strange. Regina never said anything about actually marrying this joker. You met with the ringmaster on the night of the murder. Yes, I was with him around 10 p.m., once I was done with practice. I went to his room right after we finished. They found the ringmaster's body in the plaza in front of the lodging house? Yeah, I heard about that. He needed to step out for a bit, so I waited in his room for him to return. Huh? Sorry, Max. I have something I must attend to right now. Do you think you mind waiting for me right there? It's pretty cold outside. Where's your coat? It's alright. I'll be right back. It should only take about 10 minutes. And then, I waited for him. But he never came back. Did he go to the plaza where the body was discovered? Possibly. The snow had tapered off a bit, but it was still very cold outside. But I have no idea what he went off to do. Alright. Let's see if I have enough to get to him. This is proof. That's... It was on the table in the ringmaster's room. You weren't lying when you said that you received quite a raise. Is there a problem with being well compensated? Not the compensation, just with the date. This is dated a week ago. Max, you finished your contract negotiations a week ago. Fabulous! Alright, I'll tell you the truth. That night, the ringmaster called me to his room. He called you? Why'd he do that? Sorry, sweetie, that's private. The ringmaster called him. I wonder if there was some sort of problem. Max, perhaps you could share what you two spoke about? Well, not if I don't have to.
Take that!
Isn't this why you were called into the ringmaster's room that night? Where did you get that? The cafeteria, but you already knew that, didn't you? Of course! It fell and broke on the floor. He's still hiding something else. Max, what is it, my sweetie? It didn't fall on this... break on the floor. You used this.
Take that!
But, Ben... You nailed him over the head with this bottle, didn't you? And that's why you got called to the ringmaster's room that night. Fabulous! You might as well be a magician! The truth is, yesterday during breakfast, we had a run-in. You mean you had a fight with Ben the ventriloquist? You could put it that way. Why did you fight with him? Ben seems like such a quiet man. We fought about my sweetie pie. You mean Regina? That ill-bred creep told my sweetie pie princess that he was in love with her. What'd you put up with that? Ill-bred? Are you talking about the same Ben? Told her he was in love with her. Are you sure this is Ben we were talking about? All I can say is that he made me mad and I had to tap on his hard head. That's when the ringmaster called me and I realized that it was my chance. Your chance? That's when I went to his room and I laid it all out on the table. I asked him to let me marry my sweetie pie. What? The ringmaster told me that it sounds good to me. That's why my sweetie pie is my sweetie pie, and no one else's. I see. Since Ben was causing me so much trouble, I realized I had to shut him up. Shut him up? What do you mean by shut him up? You don't know, do you, my sweeties? Trillo can't say a word, not without Ben. Trillo? The puppet, the ventriloquist puppet. His real name is Ventriloquist. But a puppet doesn't talk. I know, that's why I hid it. Before the police came and took me away, of course. And if that puppet started flapping off the balsa, I'd be screwed. You hit him? You mean the ventriloquist puppet? You are so smart, sweetie. Where did you hide him? What? Sweetie, you weren't thinking of trying to add him to my defense, are you? Well, Ben does seem awfully lonely without his puppet. Fabulous! That should have taught him a lesson. Okay, I hid Trillo in the ringmaster's room. You don't mind going there and getting Trillo for me, do you, my sweets? No problem. Not at all. Thank you, Max. You know I can't stand to see my sweeties in a jam. Then don't go hiding puppets. Mo is just a divorced man trying to make ends meet. He is the best character in this case. Also, hi Joey, welcome. Huh? Ben's not here anymore. Yeah, I wanted to ask him something. It's cold out. He's probably in the tent. What do you think, Nick? I wonder if we've been making any progress. Don't be so negative. Of course we're making progress, but everyone loved the ringmaster, and there's no sign of footprints on the scene. There's still a lot of mystery still left to be solved. Of course. And now Regina isn't here. I'm not seeing how that's related. Looks the same as always. A great big mess. Considering how messy it is, I bet they wouldn't notice if another poster went missing. Will you just stop it, you poster pilferer. Fuck. I'm just kidding. You know I already got one of those posters. You mean stole one of those posters. Yeah, let's focus on what Max told us. He said that he hid Trillo somewhere in this room. Trillo. Oh, the ventriloquist puppet. Let's see. What? Nick, look at all the cute trophies! Indeed, just look at all the awards the circus has won. The There's something shoved under the bookshelf. This is... That's Trillo! That's Ben's puppet! I think you're right. We'll give it back to him later. Oh, why do I have to carry this thing? You'll be fine. Oh, hey, Ben. Hello. Hello to you, too. It's awfully cold today, don't you agree? Yeah, I do indeed. Don't you think it's cold, Nick? I don't see how talking about the weather is helping our case. Ah, Ben, this is yours, isn't it? Yes, that's mine. Here you go. Alright, Maya, let's get going. It's that time, isn't it? See you around, Ben. Okay. So, Nick, where are we going next? Let's see, maybe we should go to the clown.
Hey, wait! What are you looking at? I'm right here, you blind wench! What's your problem, anyways? Don't you know how to properly greet someone?
Ben? Is that you, Ben? No. I would never.
It was me! Yeah, me! Down here!
You're Trillo?
That is Mr. Tristan Quist to you! Earn some manners before you just blurt out my name! Now try speaking to me again, but this time with some proper respect!
Not again. Mr. Quist, is that better?
No! Look at me when I'm talking to you, you 8-bit excuse for an attorney!
Trillo, we talked about insulting people, you promised.
But he was mocking me! No, not being mean to bullies was not included in the deal!
I'm sorry, Trillo. Nick, what just happened? Trillo is still a puppet, right?
Hey, who do you think you are, calling me a puppet?
Tell us what you know about the murder.
You talking to me? I said you talking to me? Don't look at him when you're talking to me!
Trillo Quist, you behave, young man.
Shut up, Woody! What murder are you talking about? You mean the one where they off the old man?
I guess so.
No need to make such a fuss about things. That old mutt paid us all in peanuts.
Trillo, you can't say things like that. I didn't raise you to be that kind of puppet.
Don't you have some nerve pills or something to take right now?
These two are really an odd couple, aren't they, Nick?
Okay, I'll talk. Gramps got clobbered over the head.
This is like the pervert puppet from fucking Victorious. You guys remember the pervert puppet from Victorious? Where, like, the dude would, like, control the puppet and the puppet was, like, a pervert? And he was like, no, stop being a pervert.
And he was like, no! I'm the puppet, I control you! You're my puppet!
You know that.
Let me lay it all for you! The pace sucks, the clown sucks, and my partner has his hands up my pants!
Your partner? You mean Ben?
Yeah! The creepy old guy never finds it in himself to leave me alone! Tell him to back off for me, will ya? He's just one of those dorks around here.
Oh, my.
But I'll be fair. In this cesspool of human garbage masquerading as performers, I found my Madonna.
Your Madonna?
Regina, my lovely Regina. She is stunning, right, Ben?
Well, I'm not sure if I would go that far.
You'll have to excuse him. He does not understand of what he speaks. I, on the other hand, am an appreciator of true beauty. Hence why I shall marry her.
Marry?
The ringmaster got knocked upside his cheap head by that flying fraud.
You mean Max Galactia? Why do you say that? Trillo, straighten up. Don't accuse people like that.
Straighten up? I'm made of wood! Besides, you were there! You know what happened!
You were there?
If you're that interested, then I'll let you in on the facts!
You're going to marry Regina?
That's right! She doesn't quite realize the joy that awaits her, does she?
I think I'm beginning to see why she seemed troubled. Well,
I don't care! It is my choice, not hers! We're getting hitched!
I know you think that, but... But what?
I gave her a special gift. I gave her the wonderful gift of song.
You gave her a song?
Well, I am a renowned tenor. You'll be happy to know that I've decided to grace you with one of my songs. Me, 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 me. I want you to touch me, I want you to kiss me, I want you to... The rest is private.
Well, the melody is pretty good. But those lyrics, ugh, I think they need a little work.
Who asked you? I'm the artist here.
Thanks. Now that Trillo's here. Now that Trilla's here, does that mean you can talk normally now?
Hey, buttface! You must be looking forward to tomorrow, aren't you, Mr. Ambulance Chaser? You know, it's time to get rid of that pesky magician once and for all.
Trillo?
Enough jabba-jabba! Let's get to court already!
Hey, wait a second. Nick, what's going on? He's a witness for tomorrow's trial. I didn't know you could skip cases in any version also. And the mobile port you can. Huh. You know, the worst part is I'm giving it my all for a lot of these voices. This is like the most I've put into any voice performance, and it's not even like this is the one everyone hates. And I kinda hate it. What in the world happened with Ben and Trillo? Quite a pair, those two. What did that puppet see anyways? Oh no, now what? Monkey! Ow! Hey, welcome back, Nick. Ugh, that monkey. Monkey fucking shit. My badge! That monkey stole it. What?
Mr. Attorney, that face was so cute. You looked so completely dumbfounded.
Regina! You! That monkey!
Hey, no need to get angry, okay?
But my attorney's badge!
Don't worry, I'll help you out.
Okay, if you say so. If I don't get my badge back, how can I flash it? By the way, that monkey's name is Money. Money the monkey. His name is Monkey... Money? The monkey is called Money.
Yes.
Well, the rich ape just stole my attorney's badge. Mind if I get that back?
I'll see what I can do, even if I have money problems.
Whenever Money sees something shiny, he takes it back home.
Haha, that's pretty funny.
Well, I guess I'll just have to find out where Money disappeared to.
I think that's your best bet. You should probably ask Uncle Mo. He might know.
Huh? You don't know?
Well,
Money isn't exactly someone I am on friendly terms with. What? He's not really the kind of animal I work with, even if he does need taming.
Oh, I see.
Go to Moe's. I guess it is time I revisit that kooky clown. Do you mind telling us a bit about Ben?
Ben? Oh, you mean that guy who always hanging around with Trillo?
What do you mean hanging around? I've also done like 5 different voices for this girl. I can't come up with one that sticks.
Well, he was there when Trillo told me that he was in love with me.
Trillo told you he was in love with you?
Yes, he did. Kinda cute, don't you think? He's so smart and he's such a wonderful singer. I love him.
But what about Ben?
What about Ben? He's got nothing to do with me loving Trillo.
I guess. Puppets are sentient in this world, whatever. Like sand through the hourglass, so are the days of the circus. Regina, you were proposed to, weren't you?
Proposed to? No, that won't be for a while.
Huh? Really? That's strange, isn't it, Nick? Yeah, Max and Trillo both said otherwise. They said that they asked for her hand in marriage. But Max only talked to the ringmaster about it. Ugh, I forgot about that. He asked the ringmaster for her hand, not Regina directly. So I guess Trillo hasn't asked her directly yet.
What? He's going to propose to me? I'm so confused. What about you, Maya?
Oh, what? Who do you think I should go for, Max or Trillo? Wait. You do realize that Trillo is a puppet?
Huh? I don't care that he's a bit stiff.
Oh, boy. I mean, if it's going to be either of these people, I'd rather it be the fucking puppet. Because once they try to get hitched, it's just a fucking puppet. She can't do anything with that. No one can. Huh? Detective Gumshoe took off already. Yeah, probably because we ditched him earlier. I bet he and the other cops got lonely and headed back to the precinct.
if it isn't Mr. Right all the time? Ugh. It's alright to be wrong every now and then again, Mr. Right. See, Nick, it just took a while for the joke to find its audience. So what can I do for you? Did you want to tell her? Did you remember a good joke y'all wanted to tell me? Pull up a chair, or maybe pull up my finger, and let me just have it. We're going to get all the same... We're all going to get the same sound effect either way, aren't we? How'd you know I put a whoopee cushion on the chair? You really know what it takes to be a clown, don't you?
So, about Regina.
Oh, Regina is such a pure, innocent child. She's such a cutie, too. She was born and raised in the circus, you know. But that means she doesn't really know much about the world outside the big top.
Sounds like Pearly.
For her, every child's dream of the circus is her everyday reality.
She lives in a dream world.
She sees dancing wild animals, men flying in the air, and one very funny clown every day. The funny thing is that all that seems normal to her because it is her everyday life.
I guess that explains why she thinks she can marry a ventriloquist puppet.
Don't ask me if her reality is a good thing or a bad thing, though. A clown sees life simply without complications.
Have you ever heard of a monkey named Money?
Ha! Yes! Money!
He stole my attorney's badge.
Well, Money does show off shiny objects. It makes sense that he'd swipe your badge. But under no circumstances can you chase after him.
Eh? Why is that?
Oh, I know.
You don't want to get involved in any monkey business, right?
Exactly! Bravo! Bravo! Enough joking around, though. Money isn't considered a member of Regina's family.
Then who does he belong to?
I'll be happy to take you where this owner is staying.
You mean right now?
Of course! Shall we go?
Should we go now or wait for a while? Come on. Come on, the gag is that he's gonna lead us back into his room. Oh, never mind.
This is it. What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
I can't breathe.
Don't be such a wimp. You only had to climb 2 flights of stairs. Anyways, this is the place. Acro's room.
Acro?
He's an acrobat. Seems like he's not around today. That's a big pile of junk in the corner. I don't think it'd be wrong to assume that Mr. Phoenix Wright's stuff is over there, too. Just be careful to make sure you got the right stuff! Thanks, Mo. See you later. Holy cow! There's a fork and a mirror. Everything's shiny. There's even a really cheap-looking knockoff wristwatch. Look at this. It's a trophy. Oh, it's really heavy. Nick, I found it. It's right here.
Thanks. You really saved me. Huh?
What's the matter? Did you find something?
Yeah. Check this out.
It's a ring.
There's something about something engraved on it. From T to R. That's Trillo, all right. Well, I think it's about time we wrap up our investigation.
Do you think we'll win in the court tomorrow?
Who knows? Even I can't imagine what kind of testimony will come out tomorrow. I'm guessing Mo will be a witness in court tomorrow. Mo and maybe the puppet.
Don't worry, Nick. No matter what, we've still got a magician on our side.
That's good, because we might need to make some magic tomorrow. That was a long investigation. That was an hour and a half. But now I can rest my voice for a bit. Say, how are y'all doing?
How y'all doing to— oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Whoops. Look at, I've been playing a lot of Mario. This is like in the 15-hour range already. It came out like 3 days ago. I'm dinner, hell yeah. God, it's been so good playing Galaxy. Like in HD. What a wonderful game that is. Galaxy has not aged a bit. Oh shit, Phoenix Wright overtook Puyo Puyo Tetris. I love looking at my play stats for some reason. I'm like addicted to it. But it's actually relevant, because I was going to ask a question. The Hyrule Warriors sequel thing comes out. The Breath of the Wild, like, prequel thing. I was thinking of maybe playing Hyrule Warriors on stream. It would probably just be the main story and then I'd be done, because otherwise it would be like, Hyrule Warriors could go on forever. if I just did everything in the game, because it's like, the adventure mode is so fucking big. But I would probably just do story mode and be good. But, would anyone be interested in Hyrule Warriors at all? It's got funny Zelda characters, and I haven't played a Zelda game on stream. It would be very fitting that Hyrule Warriors is the first Zelda game I played on stream, because it's one of two I've played. No, that's not true. I've played more. It's one of two I've beaten. To be more truthful. I've played Breath of the Wild, but I never actually finished it. But, like, at this point, I know what happens in Breath of the Wild. I know what happens in Breath of the Wild. We all know what happens in Breath of the Wild. Ganon goes to hell and he dies. It happens every game. It's like saying, oh yeah, Bowser kidnaps the princess. Like, yeah. I know. We all know. Be down? Hell yeah. I don't know when I do it, because I have other plans for September and October currently. And also, speaking of things I want to do, tomorrow I will be starting Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. I might be able to do the whole, like, main game in, like, one day. I'm not sure, but, I'd probably do the, Hospital DLC a different time, even though that's not as long. I think the Hospital DLC, last time I played it, it was around, like, a little over an hour. I wish I could tell you how long the main game is, but, we'll see. We will see. It might be, at most, it'll be a two-parter. If it's not, like, a singular stream, it'll be a two-parter. And, I mean, I'll count it as two parts anyways, because the hospital thing. And also, DLC for that game is coming out October 1st. I get it for free because I have the HD renovation version. I bought that a while ago. Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion is a fantastic game. One of my favorite horror games. But I wanted to do that. At some point, I would like to do Creepypasta Land, which is, if you don't know what Creepypasta Land is, it's this wonderful little RPG Maker horror game that I think you just have to see it to believe it. I think when you see Creepypasta Land, you'll be like, oh yeah, I get it. How's everyone doing tonight? How are y'all doing? I already asked that, but it's nice. It's proper to ask. There was like a post going around while I was on break that was like, some streamer was like, "Don't ask streamers how they're doing. I don't want to interrupt my stream to answer that. I answer that already." And it's like, what? I couldn't fathom just being that unnecessarily rude to people because they asked, how are you doing? Like, it's nice that people care. Like, yeah, I might have answered it, and I might just, like, move on to a different question, but, like, it's nice that people ask, I think. It's great that people give a shit and are like, hey, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. And it's like, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. And it's just, I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't understand how people can make it their prerogative to, like, be rude assholes to their chat. Mr. Enter Voice never at me. Yeah, you can't assume people know that you were asked that question already. Like, if I already answered a question, like, unless there's, like, a lot more people in chat, like, I probably won't re-answer it, but, you know, I don't have a problem with people asking the same questions. Like, someone might ask, hey, when are you gonna do, Penis Blast? And then someone else asks, hey, when are you gonna do Penis Blast? And it's like, I already answered it. But thank you, I'm glad you care that much about Penis Blast. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I would like to talk tentative plans. When are you gonna do Penis Blast? Right now. Fuck this game. We're switching right over. No, I'm kidding. Turned off my Switch for that. When are you gonna play Cunt Wars? I would love to, but I definitely get banned from Twitch, unfortunately. Play Second Life. That's another game that's actually banned. You can't play Second Life on Twitch. Probably because, you know, you could just accidentally go to sex clubs. The game definitely allowed on Twitch. I've been thinking of possibly, like, at some point redoing my Mario Galaxy stream. I'm thinking, like, this is gonna be in the future, but I think what I want to do in 2021 is, like, redo some of my earlier streams that were a little crappy. Because it hasn't been that long, it's only been a couple of years. And it's not like I'm running out of material. I could download material off the internet at any time to stream, but, I feel like some of the games I did in, like, my first year of streaming, I didn't give proper justice. Mario Galaxy being one of them. Mario Galaxy, problem with Mario Galaxy was I tried streaming through, like, my terrible internet problems, and it just didn't work. And I was, like, infuriated the whole time. And, like, that is 100% not what Galaxy deserves. Galaxy is a beautiful game. And now that we have an HD version, I have even more reason to go back to it. I've considered going back to Celeste and potentially doing Farewell. However, that would also require me to do all the B-sides and stuff. If I did all the B-sides, including, like, the normal game, that would be a very long stream of Celeste. I wouldn't necessarily be against doing that, but I'd have to be, like, I'd have to set aside a lot of time. I'd have to be like, yep, there's nothing coming out, which will probably be pretty easy, because it'll be the first half of 2021, and nothing comes out in the first half of the year. Thank you, Nintendo. Other companies have been picking up the slack, but not Nintendo. I mean, fucking this year, Valve came out with their first Half-Life game in, like, 10 years. So people have been picking up the slack. I mean, Doom Eternal came out in March, too. It's pretty good. Some pretty good games. I regrettably have not been able to play either, because, I could probably play Doom Eternal, but my computer would hate me for it. And, Half-Life Alyx, I don't have a VR set. I don't have a computer nearly powerful enough to handle a VR set. Maybe someday. I would love to have a big VR set at some point, but, it's not reasonable now. This old girl can only handle so much. But, like, 2021, I'm thinking, like, early in that year, I'll redo a few things. I'll also do continuations of a few things. For example, I'd like to go back and do more Explorers of Time at some point. I wanted to do that earlier this year, but then I started having computer problems, and, you know, one thing led to another, and I only ended up doing the special episodes for Explorers of Sky. There's still post-game content to do. Oh shit, hold on a sec. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I lost my train of thought, but I was saying I would love to return to Explorers of Sky at some point. The Pokemon Mystery Dungeon was probably my best stream of last year, I think. Like, to this day, I'm still, like, very proud of that. It's a good one. It was a good one. And I think people enjoyed it. So I would love to do post-game for that at some point. I still have the save. Do not worry. Unboxo Man and me are not dead. I would never let us die. But, yeah, I would like to continue that at some point. I've also considered redoing my Hat in Time playthrough, because since doing that blind playthrough, I have 100%ed all the timepieces. I never did much of Death Wish, but That at the very least, I feel like I could get some more mileage out of. Especially because when I did A Hat in Time, I was having a lot of technical difficulties. That was another one that was a victim of, like, technical difficulties. So that one I'd be interested in doing again. Plus, if I really wanted to, I could do the Switch port, which isn't a great version of the game by any means, but, I mean, the PC version has been weirdly even more unstable for me. It works fine enough, but, like, Steam Cloud has, like, taken away my saves several times, and, like, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with Steam being shitty with their cloud service. Fucking hell. But yeah, there's a Hat in Time Switch port. You can see it right here. Even got a physical release. It's a good game. It's not a good version of the game, to be clear. A Hat in Time on Switch is, like, the worst version of the game. But, it's like, the worst version of a great game. And it's, like, it's not bad enough where it's, like, detrimental to the experience most of the time. It's only really when you get, like, to the point where it's so unstable that it just crashes. Which has only really happened to me a couple of times, but it's still, like, really? That's what made you crash? I think we'll start again in a few minutes. I just want to relax for a bit. Because that was a beefy investigation phase. Really big. A lot to take in, for sure. Plus, it gives you all time to prepare for the inevitable. But yeah, I wanna... You ever just get to a part of the game, where you're like, oh, I'm definitely not gonna like this? I think that's how everyone in chat feels right now. More plans I have for more recent streams. I mean, once again, Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. I'd like to do Creepypasta Land at some point. I've also been thinking, probably my next big playthrough is gonna be another Fire Emblem. I haven't done a Fire Emblem stream. No, it's gonna be Pokemon Fire Red. Most likely. Cause, you know, I still got that in Pokemon Gale of Darkness before I finish Pokemon Gen 3 for the Pokemarathon. And I'd like to be able to do that. That was my goal. By the end of the year, finish Gen 3 of Pokemon. And then next year we can start Gen 4. Maybe even get to Gen 5. I mean, that's... I love Fire Red Leaf Green. That's like a game I'm very nostalgic for. I have this very weird, vivid memory. It's like one of those random memories that it's like... It's the equivalent of that one 4chan post where the guy's like on his couch and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna remember this moment for the rest of my life. That's how I feel about this specific memory of me playing Fire Red at like a big building in the city because I was like signing up for like a Little League baseball team. That's what I remember. That's what like is connected in my mind to Pokemon Fire Red Leaf Green. I had Leaf Green as a kid, but I actually have a very, very evil story about that. This kid gave me his copy of Fire Red, and he was like, oh, can you help me beat this game? And I was like, sure. And I beat it for him, and I never gave back his copy because I kept forgetting to bring it back to school. And I feel like shit about that every day of my life. And also, I've since then lost this copy of Fire Red. I also lost my copy of Leaf Green. I might, like, go through my closet at some point and hope it's there somewhere. Because my Leaf Green game and my Fire Red game, or this kid's Fire Red game, both gone, disappeared, vanished. And it's a shame. Those are good games. I mean, I could play them on my phone at any time. But don't tell Doug Bowser that, because Doug Bowser will cap my knees. Anyways, though. Anyways, I think we're ready to begin again. I just wanted to talk future stream plans for you. Do look forward to Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion tomorrow, because that's gonna be a good one. Let's go through this garbage first. Good morning, Max. Max? Milk. What? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. I guess. Nick, Max is really nervous. That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties. What? You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? You know, you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. No, 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 no. We can't be having you flying around the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay. Oh, sweetie. What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in from above. One glimpse of that, and everyone in the room will be on your side. Max, really, no one needs to fly today. Nick, what's with that look in your eyes? I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. Yeah. Court, we're in court, damn it. Pull yourself together, Nick.
And now the case of one...
What? Your Honor, get on with it.
Oh, sorry. I just realized that the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns. So, well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactia?
Yes, Your Honor. He does often go by that name.
You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we called the defendant Maximilian Galactia.
That sounds more friendly. I wonder if that is to our advantage.
Miss Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please.
I hope you didn't bother thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Eh? That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. It did not count, do you hear me? She must still be upset about what happened last time. It was 6 months ago. Get over it. You have no chance. Zero. Zilch. Nada. I'm not losing this case. Why, you ask? Because it is not in the nature of a Von Karma to lose at anything. I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. Me? Guilty? What are you talking about? It'll be my ultimate revenge. It's not like it'll bring her dad back. There, opening statement complete. Now let's hurry and wrap up this waste of time.
Very well. You may call your first witness, Miss Von Karma.
Detective Dick Gumshoe, get up there, now. Sorry to keep you from work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, Detective. Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this. Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your service, sir.
All right, Detective. You may proceed with your testimony.
The night of the crime, snow has fallen until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All of the circus performers were gathered in the Big Top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck.
I see. He was beaten to death.
Here is the autopsy report for the victim.
The court accepts this into evidence. A blunt object. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Let me ask you about the snow. It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about 1.5 inches was on the ground. Snow froze in place and stayed onto the ground until the next day. The snow. Let me see. There's gotta be more to this. What's the matter, Nick? I need to take a look at the court record.
Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime?
When you say all of the circus performers, who do you mean? Everyone but the dancers and staff were there. Regina the animal tamer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course the defendant Maximilian Galactia and his victim the ringmaster. Oh, I almost forgot. Regent the tiger was there as well. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch.
Detective, you are welcome to file a police report after these proceedings.
Okay, that's funny. You gotta look on the bright side. Practice session broke up around 10 p.m. After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to? Regina was playing with Regent, while Mo went back to his room tired from work. Ben the ventriloquist went to the front gate, absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately.
Talk privately, huh? That's awfully suspicious. You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you?
It seems like they were negotiating Max's salary. Actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage. I'd like you to be more specific about the events at 10:15 p.m. Okay. Not a problem, pal. We've got a witness that told us how the whole thing went down.
Ow, this is totally meaningless. Time to move on. Alright, we'll just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling us about how the victim met his end?
A wooden box. That's right. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed.
Carrying the box, huh?
It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor.
What do you mean?
Well, it was much heavier than it looked. Not to mention it was locked.
Locked, you say?
This may be my only chance to ask some questions. Roxy is barking at something. She's very upset. Something's gotten on her nerves. Do you mind telling us what was inside that box? Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle.
Bottle? What is that, Detective?
Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle. Well, what's inside the bottle? It's filled with, pepper.
Pepper? Why in the world was it locked in that huge box?
There was only one little bottle in that huge box? I wonder if that has any sort of special meaning. I think that was worth asking. According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct? You've done your homework, pal. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police are searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it is something the perpetrator ran off with.
You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene.
No. I bet he made it disappear with magic.
Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of
The event now. Oh shit, hold on a sec. You know, Francisca's kind of a girl boss. That's what I thought of while I had to take out the garbage. Francisca's kind of a girl boss. You know what I mean? Like... Anyways. And I guess that's all we're gonna get out of this... out of Gumshoe in this case. You mean all we're gonna get out of him is that little bottle of pepper? Now that we have wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. I'm not even off the stand yet. Obviously, but that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. I don't know, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy.
Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Miss Von Karma, call your next witness.
I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand. She must be talking about Ben the ventriloquist. I wonder if Trillo will show up on the stand as well. Please state your name and occupation for the record.
My full name is Ventriloquist. I'm employed as an operatic tenure. Excuse me, the witness called to the stand was the one Mr. Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist. That room must be cutting off your circulation. Your circulation. I said that I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine, I'll grace you with a song.
The world of law, exciting and daring, guilt or innocence. Decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think? It had a good rhythm. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. Trillo, you know better than to insult a judge.
Shut up! Just look at your nose. You would think you would have some sense to fix it. It's so ugly I want to punch you in the face and on the off chance swelling would help. You know that your noses are the reason you'll never be an A-list star?
Celebrities must really enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds.
What's going on here? Order! Order! I demand to know who the witness is.
Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trillo handle this.
I'm not worried about you, wouldn't you admit? I'm just... Oh!
You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now let's proceed.
Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge. I mean clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took that magic boy away.
You saw Maximilian Galactia heading towards the scene? You're sure of that?
Without a doubt. He had on his silk hat, cloak, and the dumb red white roses on his chest. How can you mistake someone that crazy get up and his nose stuck up so high?
But that's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown.
That's right, dress boy.
Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean the clown could have committed the crime? He's got a point. What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit.
Why's that?
Here's absolute proof.
Silk hat?
This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Ugh. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene. Well done, Miss Von Karma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done. That's a fucking terrible word to try and say. Thank you for stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say? Okay. I guess she's... Right after I called her a girl boss. Hashtag girl boss.
Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge. I mean clown.
The clown? You're talking about Mo?
Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic, I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to keeling over for good.
Poor guy.
We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first-place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack.
Then what happened?
Once we got to the housing lunch,
Why the plaza's entrance?
To do some thinking, of course.
It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. But wouldn't thinking in front of your nice, warm, lounging house have been a better idea? I said lounging, it's lodging. What is wrong with me tonight? Mr. Phoenix Wright, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. But I'm a good thunker! At least my teachers always said I was. Are you sure it was really Max Galactia?
Of course I'm sure. How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup?
Snobby three-piece getup?
Get the wax out of your ears. Ugh, lawyers nowadays, it's like talking to a brick wall. Max's three-piece getup. Jeez, could you be any more dense? Get it all together now.
Silk hat, cloak, white roses.
Thank you.
Nick, I think you should put a little more effort into preparing your questions. Everyone hates me here. You saw Max and only Max, right, Trillo?
That's right, and that makes him the killer. There was only one person headed that way that night.
That makes quite a bit of sense and makes Max one suspicious character. There's more to this story than meets the eye. Is there something amiss in this? Wait a second. There's no proof that the witness saw Maximilian Galactia.
Hey, you still don't get it, do ya? I saw what I saw. It was a Max's three-piece joke of a costume. Alright, let's say it all together now. Thank you.
I'm gonna see what he says for the other options. That's a bit strange, don't you think? What's strange? That you only saw Max. Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well? What? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? That's the victim. That's correct. If Trillo was at the entrance to the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well. Aha! Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out. What are you thinking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room. Is that, according to the defendant, a likely story? If Maximilian Galactia was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime? Ah, I see. It seems that at this state I have no reason to doubt the witness's testimony. And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions. He's right. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now, let's move along with the testimony. Trillo wouldn't have happened to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina, which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Nick, wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah, I think so. I don't know anymore. Oh, wait. So let's see. Apparently this is the part of the case that got Robin on Ace Attorney struggle tweets. Here's my Ace Attorney struggle tweet. I don't know. Why are there no new games? They haven't made a new one since 2016. What the hell is this? I'm Jerry Seinfeld. That's my struggle tweet. I hope you enjoyed. Let's see. A pleasant stooge of a clown. I like that. What about Mo? He saw the scene of the crime. Nah. Oh shit, I didn't save after this. Wait a minute. I might have an idea. Ugh, I wish I could get asked that question again. Yeah, like, my thought is, like, Mo saw the crime scene. He had to have left at some point to go over there. Oh, wait, I'm dumb. He was with Mo. Yeah, Mo saw it from his room. He had to leave at some point. I'm not thinking right, though. Because, like, he was with Mo. That's the problem with my thought. My thought with Mo is Mo had to go to his room at some point. So he wasn't the only one that was heading over there. I don't know. Here's Regina. Monkey evidence. This is my new theory. The monkey did it.
I suppose that would have been around. Hey, what time was that?
Huh? I think it was around, I'd say a bit after 10:30 p.m. Practice ended at 10 p.m., so you hung around the lodging room around the whole time? I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you just stand outside in that weather. Well, the truth is...
Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you just believe that we'd stand outside in the weather?
Well, maybe you were waiting for someone.
Well, what? Who said we were waiting for someone?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, we can do without all your offhanded theories. But this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm onto something.
Mr. Wright.
Easy. Well, if he was waiting out outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina.
What?
He exploded. Trillo fucking died. Good. Fuck that puppet. You were waiting outside for Regina to come back from the lodging house. Am I mistaken?
Is this true?
Well, you can't really ask me that question.
Who cares who I was waiting for at that night? What's important is what I saw. Don't you forget it.
Well. The puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right. Eh? Alright. There is obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. Ah! That makes perfect sense. What did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime. However, he did not see the victim on the way to his inevitable demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that he could have missed something. Ow! There was absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer.
I guess you got me. Alright, I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true. I was waiting for Regina. Pain.
Don't volunteer things.
Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time, and I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house? I was waiting to propose to her. You were what? Waiting to propose? What's the matter? You think that humans have a monopoly on marriage?
The matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case.
You're the judge? I mean, look at your horrible outfit.
More pain? Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet.
Don't be so surprised that I was gonna propose to Regina. I even had something to give to her. I kept it in my pocket waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pockets.
You are going to propose? You, a puppet?
Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love.
I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her too. Judge, you gotta watch your mouth a little bit.
Exactly!
His honor is looking a little less than honorable right about now. That's what I'm saying. Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with your cross-examination. What's with that sigh at the end? By proposal, you mean proposing marriage, correct? To Regina?
Of course that's what I meant. What kind of stupid question is that? I wasn't going to propose that we became some sort of outlaw biker gang together. Right, Ben?
Yeah.
Got it? That's the truth.
What exactly was that you plan on giving her?
You know exactly what I was going to give her, numbskull. The only thing I could find that would match Regina's beauty.
Answer his question. What was it?
You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring.
Engagement ring? Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs. Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here. Francisca's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut up anyone for a long time. Push on anyways, why not? I love pain. I love being injured. It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic Is Phoenix gonna start, like, talking about puppet marriage? The love between a puppet and a human is no different. First time that a puppet's ever Ow! I advise you to cut this argument short.
I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revive their testimony? Specifically about the engagement ring. I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology. You sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe.
An engagement ring.
Uh-huh. It's actually a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina's gonna love it.
It's just a ring. What's the matter, Nick? Well, there's gotta be something I can catch him on. Well, I have the ring. I do have the ring. Maybe I can surprise him by being like, hey, I have this. I'm gonna try it. It's a long shot, and I haven't fully pressed him yet, but... Oh! That was correct. I'm a genius. I went to genius school. Trillo, do you mind if I show you something? What is it?
What are you talking about?
Uh-oh. Looks like they're going to double team me now. Do you recognize this ring?
Ah, that's mine! Give it back! Thief! Thief!
Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said so. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here?
Ah!
What is going on here?
That's... Ben, say something!
Don't put me on the spot like that, Trillo. Found this in Money's room. But Money's room? You mean a room they put money, like a vault?
Ha! That filthy monkey is gonna get what's coming to him!
Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent Fiats on my court. Well, Your Honor, monkey really is a monkey, in every sense of the word.
Ah, I see!
Oh, well then. Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up.
Shiny things?
Trillo, when was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose this was. That time, you know, that night, the night of the crime. What did you just say? Details. I need more details, come on. Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? Well, I guess you might, be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have been taken around that time. Ouch. Oh. He got attacked by a monkey.
Ben, what's wrong with you? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder.
It's not for you to decide what has to do with that. Now, Trillo, back to the topic at hand.
I haven't admitted to a thing. Not I, Mr. Trillo Quist.
What did you do when the ring was taken, Trillo? I'm gonna save also. We might be onto something here.
You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring-snatching monkey Money.
But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you?
It's all that slow, loafy fool's called Ben's fault. When he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away.
That is indeed an incredible shame. Well, this does indeed prove one very important point. Prove an important point? What point could that possibly be? Wait, how, like, this isn't even, like, answer. Why would I give it, like, Ben doesn't exercise enough? That's not anything. That doesn't do anything for any of us. There's a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony. Contradiction? The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance of the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza. What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours? I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. Interesting, Mr. Wright. Well then, tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist? Ooh. Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying! He is blinded by his rivalry with Max. Well, the defense's argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant.
What? How dare you? I wouldn't just go I wouldn't lie just to get that dork face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar.
Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night.
Ha! I've told you so many times, my story's not changing.
You've already changed your story, Stick Boy, and I'm sure it'll change some more. Where there is one lie, there is usually many more behind it. Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him. Yeah!
I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina, but that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactia at the scene. Then There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those three ridiculous symbols.
So that means Money didn't show up until after you saw Max?
That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max.
Then Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after him?
How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting? Well, let's see. I'd say about...
I suppose 5 minutes, I think. So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch. Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination.
I'll give you that.
Man, doing this voice for Trillo is starting to kill my throat. So, you were only concerned with waiting for Regina that night. That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up.
You should think about how many eyes I actually have. I've got 4, you know. 4. 4. Including men, of course. With that many eyes, do you really think someone would have slipped by me?
4 eyes is an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose. Yikes. This judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trillo. Good. So you saw Max coming out of the big top that night. Sorry, I'm taking a drink so my throat doesn't explode.
Of course that's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance of the tent the whole entire time.
I guess that makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina.
He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him and he didn't acknowledge my presence.
About what time would you say these events took place?
You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out yourself. You already know that practice finished promptly at 10 p.m. And you already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know around what time it was I saw him. Just add 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now what time was it?
Indeed, what time was it? What time was it? Let me think about that for a second. Yeah, well, I'm no good at math. It was 10:10 p.m.
Ah, yes.
That sounds about right.
Sounds about right because that's the time I saw Max at the scene. Said good evening to him and he didn't even acknowledge my presence.
So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night.
You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night. What, Ben? You got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Trillo. You say good evening at night.
I'm sorry, Trillo. Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act outside of the courtroom.
Impossible! A performer lives and breathes through his performances. You should know better.
There's gotta be something wrong with this bit of a testimony. What could be wrong here? I'm just gonna go with the greeting. Isn't that a bit strange to you?
What do you mean?
Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? It strikes me as somewhat strange.
Why would it strike you as strange?
Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your coworkers? Well, if I was being too cordial to a coworker, I would understand. Ow! That hurt. Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school. There's no reason that Trillo would ever say something nice to Max, but how do I go about proving that with evidence? Bluffing is everything in this world, but I'm sure you already learned that one. I guess I can give it a shot. The witness will resume his testimony. I think, like, the problem with him, like, being nice is this happened. You are 100% absolutely sure of what you just said.
I told you already, jeez, I'm 100% absolutely sure.
There's no way he could be any more confident than that, right? Those 3 ridiculous symbols, huh?
Out of curiosity, exactly how many times have you asked that question by now? If you're gonna ask again, I'll answer with a chorus. Everyone together now!
Silcat, cloak, white roses.
Thank you very much.
Maya, you didn't have to join him, did you? But it's fun shouting out with everyone else. There has to be a hole in his testimony somewhere. I agree, but Do we have the proof to make something stick? All we can do is try, right, Nick? We've got to have something that will prove useful. Alright, time to go to work. There we go. I was exactly right. Trillo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? A fight? A fight over Regina, to be exact.
It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument. A disagreement at best.
A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clonked over the head.
Ah!
That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he?
What? Is that an admission of assault and battery? Ouch!
Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first. The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and the witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on the stand. There is no way a puppet this lewd would just go up and say good evening to his rival. See? Pervert puppet. I've been saying it.
Ah!
Are you saying this witness is lying? That he is trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene?
I didn't tell a single lie! Honestly, I just...
That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night? Triloquist is ruining the good name of Lude. You just can't say that. I know, like, technically speaking, we can put any words into the computer and, like, they'll show up on the screen, but, like, sometimes it's just not worth it. Anyways, my theory is that he didn't see anyone. He definitely didn't see Max. And I feel like saying he saw a different person is a bit too far-fetched. I'm gonna say he didn't see anyone, he's just talking shit. Of course the witness did not see a soul that night.
I see. Who do you think you are to just up and decide what I saw that night?
A fool can only understand a foolish foolery uttered by the most foolish of fools. The witness didn't see anyone. You wouldn't have happened to have proof to back up that statement, would you? Ooh. I might actually be able to prove that. Ugh. Oh, no. Never mind. That was Von Karma telling me to fuck off. Maybe a different person? It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all. What? If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all, which means there's only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactia. That is why Trillo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or, good evening, as he put it. What in the world? You... I don't know, Mo? I mean, this is clearly leading somewhere. It's like... It's either Mo or Russell. I'm gonna take a chance on Russell. Considering the ill temper of this witness, there's only one person he would greet. It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? It's not Regina. If it was Regina. Oh, yeah. I suppose you got a point there. It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not? I thought that was gonna lead into dialogue that was like, oh, sorry, you fucked up. You are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trillo. Isn't that correct? Ugh. Answer the question, Mr. Quist.
Ah!
Ah! Order! Order! How do you respond to this?
Well, wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man, but once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactia.
Yeah, how do you mess that up?
I think it is high time we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactia? Or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry? The prosecution argues that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's three symbols. Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man, you've got to remember them by now. Here we go again. Everyone, all together now. Ow! Yes, we know. The silk hat, cloak, and white roses. A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me. What was that? Well, the witness has endlessly reported that he saw Max's three symbols. However, how do we know it was really Maximilian Galactia? It could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry. What? Miss Von Karma, do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant? Well, if that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point. Yes! I think we finally won a point in this one! That is very unfortunate. Huh? You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but... Who that person was can only be answered by the next witness. Huh? Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt, an answer to the question and evidence that clearly establishes one thing, that there is no other than Maximilian Galactia responsible for this crime. Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess. I mean, it seems to be decently long. We're like 2.5 hours in. I'm only finishing this first trial part. I'm thinking, like, after I finish this part, I'll probably call it there. I'll see how late it is, and if it's not, like, late enough that I'm like, ugh, I'm dying. Like, I might do something else for a brief stint, but I think we could do the other half of the case a different time, which would be part 3 and part 4. It's characters we haven't even met yet. You know, I should have taken a longer break than that. I need to rest my voice a bit, because my throat's starting to get a bit fucked up because of that stupid fucking puppet. God, that puppet is gonna be the death of me. I just gave him the Larry Butts voice that I did when I voiced Larry Butts, and that voice also sucked to do. Sucked back then, sucks now. Kills my throat. Well, how's everyone doing? How's everyone doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Just got bad news, everyone. Walmart will not be doing in-person pre-orders for the PS5, apparently. You know, I never talked about it. I guess I could talk about it now, but I did watch the PS5 presentation with friends, several of whom are in chat. That's alright. It was one of those things where it's like, Sony and Microsoft like to do this thing where they don't show off, like, actual gameplay. I think Microsoft is worse about it, to be honest, but Sony can be a bit egregious in that, too. The Spider-Man game looked really good, and, like, that's a big exclusive for them. The Spider-Man Miles Morales, that looks pretty good. It's not anything that's gonna get me, like, charging over to a PS4 before, because that's $500 for a big console. And you could say, oh, it's $400 for the digital version. There's no reason the disc drive is worth $100. I don't believe that. You can't convince me. Yeah, it's the Minato console. Decadence Minato. If you don't know who that is, look it up. Look up his design.
Hell yeah, I'd watch you stream it, Robin. It's like, that was a good game. The Demon's Souls remake looks good. It doesn't look like it'd be my thing. I don't think I'm not the kind of person that would enjoy Dark Souls much. I think when it comes to, like, harder games, my thing is, like, easy to learn, hard to master. Not both hard to learn and hard to master. That's not really as much my thing. Maybe because I'm a basic person. I'm not hardcore enough. But that doesn't really seem to be as much of my thing. I played the Dark Souls demo, and I heard, like, it's just a fucking hard game to demo in general. Because they're so ruthlessly hard. But... yeah. That looked interesting. Resident Evil 8, I mean, it's Resident Evil. I've never actually gotten to play a Resident Evil game. I would love to at some point, because the games look fantastic. I mean, probably the first thing that pointed my eyes into VR at all was Resident Evil 7. Like, I saw people playing that in VR, and I was like, that is a game that would be genuinely enhanced by doing VR. Could probably point you in the right direction with Resident Evil. Hell yeah. I might do that during this season of Halloween. I would be down. Send me some stuff on Discord, maybe. Or we could talk about it later. RE4 is a good start. Okay. I would like to get the Steam version of Resident Evil 4, but I don't right now. I think it's on sale for like $5, but I spent my fucking gift cards getting Super Mario 3D All-Stars. I wish it was cheap on the Switch, but they placed it at $30 on the Switch, and it's like, I will never forgive them for that. I won't forgive, I won't forget, I am anomalous. I've heard the remakes are good. Resident Evil 2. When I say remakes, that's one remake. I've heard Resident Evil 2 Remake is really good. Like, that's one of the best games. Like, one of the best horror games in general for a lot of people. I haven't heard as many high things for Resident Evil 3, but, I've heard that the originals of those are pretty good, too. I will definitely check out some Resident Evil. I could just emulate the GameCube versions. Of course, I mean play them on my legit, GameCube. RE4 you suggest because it's got good opinions all around, good balance of survival and action. I feel like if I played a, like survival horror, it's like, oh god, I gotta mute for the stupid phone. I don't know who decided that phones should speak to you, because this stupid cordless phone I have in my room is like, call from Penis Blaster, and it's like, shut up. Silence for a bit. I want you to be quiet. RE2 Remake is amazing, but terrifying. Yeah, I think if I was, like, being chased by Mr. X, I would scream. And I'm, like, not usually a screamy person. But I do get a little scared sometimes. Sometimes I'm playing, like, when I'm playing a game and I'm being chased, I, like, turn around and I see the fucking guy and I'm like, oh, I gotta get out of here. Yeah, I remember you freaking out on call because of big old Mr. X. Well, you know what they say, X gonna give it to you. Fuck waiting for you to get it on your own, X gonna deliver it to you. RE4 doesn't have any constant chase sequences. You know, it's a game that's not necessarily Halloween-themed that I would like to check out at some point. LSD Dream Emulator. I might actually do that in October, because while it's not straight-up horror, it's, like, very surreal. And, like, I feel like it inspired a lot of stuff, like, kind of like Yume Nikki, which is kind of, like, horror-adjacent. And it's got some little creepy bits in there. You know? I would love to stream LSD Dream Emulator at some point. I know there's a browser version. I don't remember where that is. But I would love to check that out. Anyways, let me get another drink of water, and then I think we might start up this... We might start up the case again. Get into the second part of the trial. As long as that fucking puppet doesn't speak anymore, I'll be okay. My throat's getting a little scratchy, but not enough to be, like, noticeable, I don't think. Or maybe it is noticeable. Maybe you can hear my scratchiness. I can sure as hell feel it in my throat. Would say either RE1 remake or RE4, especially if you aren't a usual fan of the genre. I'll have to see. Resident Evil 1 would be an interesting place to start. That's like GameCube too. That was GameCube era. Yeah, 3 has the big guy Nemesis. See, I've consumed content from people who are super into Resident Evil, so I remember some things about the game. Alright, let's continue with this case. The anticipation of the end will always be worse than the end itself. Sweetie, you have to believe me. I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. So then, where were you when the murder took place? We talked about that yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, correct? Exactly! He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. Other good games in the series, but they're not as easy to get into if you're new to Resident Evil. Look into them. I'm realizing now also that Phoenix Wright is a Capcom game, so is Resident Evil. Or maybe I'm completely mixing up my companies here. So technically it's relevant in some way to this right here. Capcom's got a good library. Capcom's, like... I can't speak towards their, like, business practices, especially since they're so, like... They are, like, very secretive about that, but, yeah, Capcom makes good games. Devil May Cry is also Capcom. That's another series I would like to play at some point. I've played a few Mega Man games. Mega Man's really good. I wish I played more of it. Maybe at some point I could stream, like, a Mega Man game. Although those would be very hard. Especially because I haven't finished a lot of them. I think the only ones I finished were Mega Man 2, Mega Man X, and Mega Man 11. And Mega Man 2 I played on my 3DS back in the day, because I got it for, like, free on Club Nintendo, and I was like, fuck it, Mega Man 2. And it was good! I liked that game. I could see why people were like, yeah, this is a fantastic Mega Man game for everyone to play. I really liked it. And Mega Man X was great, 11 was pretty top-notch. It was a little frustrating, but I mean, all of them are. They're pretty fucking hard games. Make you use your skills. That's what it seems like. But the Ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the Ringmaster's room still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went off and took the costume off. Which means? It means the Ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Fabulous! That's a fabulously possible possibility! Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the Ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did it go? Double, Wow, Max, I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president. You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. Imagine Maximilian as your new United States president. I mean, honestly, par for the course with American politics. Now that everyone's back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case. Very well. I will now call my next witness, a pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand? Why did she just call him a pitiful clown? The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. Did he just do Fresh Prince? What? Hold on. You can't just have Mo the Clown do Fresh Prince of Bel-Air lyrics at me and, like, just expect me to skip that. They just... Fresh Prince was a pretty good show. Aren't they doing, like, a reboot of Fresh Prince? And they had, like, I heard, like, this thing on Twitter that, like, a fan, like, submitted his idea for, like, a new Fresh Prince, where it was kind of a little more darker, it went into, like, a little more serious subject matter. And, like, Will Smith picked it up and was like, oh, yeah, this rules. Was that, like, a dream I had? Sometimes I have to ask these things because I keep having dreams that are, like, fairly realistic, and I'm just like, yeah, that could have happened. As a warning, you'll want to save when pressing this guy. Oh. Will the witness please inform the court why he's speaking in autobiographical gibberish? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited for this kind of sort of occasion. What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court. Oh yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shirt, no shoes, no service. Okay, how about this? Have you met my proctologist, Dr. Mr. Seymour Butts? How was that one? Oh, but a couple of clowns who were up to no good. Your name? Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, and also known as Mo the Clown. You witnessed the scene around 10:15 p.m. the day of the murder, correct? Yeah, yes it is. Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify what you saw that evening? A rabbi, a priest, and a Rastafarian walked into this plaza. Without the humor, please. Okay. Aw, poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court. They should let Mo make as many jokes as he likes. I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and a What are you testifying here, that you're unfunny? Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken them to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. But I keep trying. I even tried to come up with jokes just for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone. What do you think of me? How am I doing? Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness? Huh? We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of this case. Really? You'll hear me out? Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Thank you! Oh, I can't wait! Poor Gumshoe. Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony? Of course we can! I'll talk for as long as you want! The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching, and then all of a sudden, Max clocked the ringmaster over the head. That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now. Of course you can. There is no way that this account can be criticized. However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has the sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. That must be because of my insincere smile. Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor.
Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in his testimony. I know that. Mr. Wright,
Your Honor?
I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber rattling.
I understand, Your Honor.
If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible.
Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes. So I have to be careful here. I was told to be careful here. Fuck it. Did you see Hat? Did you see Hat? I guess he didn't see Hat. He doesn't care. You say that you clearly saw this, even though you were by your own admission far away.
That's right. I had been thinking it over and over and over since that night. But things didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor, Miss Von Karma. But now I am 100% certain that it was Max and the Ringmaster that I saw that night. Just think about it. How could I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols?
Uppity symbols?
Lawyers nowadays, do they even have you to go to school anymore to be one? Alright, everyone knows what to do. All together now, say it with Uncle Mo. See what I mean? It's always like this. The crowd never wants to go along with me. I must be really and utterly and completely worthless as a clown.
Enough foolishness. Get back on track.
Will the witness please testify as to what he saw, and only what he saw?
You say you saw the Ringmaster got clonked over the head.
Yes, I did! It's the climax of my story!
He really does enjoy the complete random non sequitur. Oh, what would you say the victim was struck with?
You mean the weapon? I have no idea. A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right?
That's not what I meant. You did say you saw everything, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no I didn't. I didn't see a weapon.
Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of the murder committed that night? I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you didn't, what is waiting for you, a nice penalty. Oh shit. Ugh, isn't this a bit melodramatic? So what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix, right? Do you have any clear basis to believe my witness did not see the crime? I don't know if I do. This is a bit much. Anyone got any ideas? I have no clue. Whatever. Of course I have grounds to make this claim. Then let's hear it. That's something I can't share with you at this time.
What did you just say?
Mr. Wright! I know there's something wrong with this testimony, but I can't put why I feel this way into words for the judge. Maybe we should get a bit more information. Once we find something more solid, we can give it another shot. Yeah, you're right. Mr. Wright, before we resume, you know that you must be penalized. Yikes, that's harsh. Okay, I don't want to be penalized, so no. Well, see, right now I don't have a clear basis to be thinking that. Then this is just another one of your pointless efforts to badger my witness. Thus, you have earned yourself a penalty from me. Now wait a second, Miss Von Karma. This time, I do not feel the need to treat Mr. Wright so harshly. That's right, what he said. Bailed out by the judge. What an honor indeed. If we must penalize Mr. Wright for this display, I think a verbal censure would be best. Huh? You know the rules, Mr. Wright. There's no room for baseless hounding in this courtroom. Oh. I still get penalized. I gotta load even further back than that. Something has changed. I have literally no fucking clue. I guess I can try pressing. Far away, you say? If you had to say exactly how far away were they? Let me think about that for a second. If my room is here, and they looked about yay big, I'd say they were about 30 feet from my window. Just 30 feet? That's not far at all. It was snowing that night, and to cut down on visibility. I see. Please continue with your testimony regarding the two shadows that you saw. You just happened to glance out the window. Hey, you could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, and eyeballed. Mr. Curls. Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday... Oh yeah, I forgot about that! You forgot? Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud noise. He did not simply glance out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right! I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? How are you? That's not something you just forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. Very well. Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony. This should start turning the tables in our favor. What was the sound like? Oh, well, I guess it kind of sounded like, I guess you could say, Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary. Oh, how'd you know I was gonna make a joke? I guess the sound sounded like... Well, I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like. Honestly, someone getting hit. Huh? What then? You went to look out the window and you saw... Well, that didn't help as much as I thought it would. I feel like there has to be something with this. I don't know. Wait, not what I meant to do. Reset everything you did? What does that mean? The game just said that at me. Let's see. Man, this is tricky. Tricky, tricky. Wait a minute. How did he not... He didn't notice this big box. That's what's getting me. But I don't think that's gonna lead me anywhere right now. But it's something I'm thinking about. I guess I can see if I can get anything else out of him. You'd say that practice wrapped up around 10 p.m., correct? See, that's the thing, huh? How exactly am I supposed to make a joke about 10 p.m.? Now, 8 o'clock, that's something a clown can riff off of. Let's just pretend it was 8 o'clock. That way I can make a great joke. Hey, know what you want to hear a joke? A man goes to his doctor, and the doctor asks, how's number one? The man says every day at 7, what does that matter? Witness, these are exactly the types of jokes you should say for that detective. Ow. You knew that what would happen. Don't look at me like that. Mr. Wright, you're hereby penalized. This will not become a kangaroo court. I thought it was hilarious. You were pooped that night. Yeah, I was very tired. Not to mention I had some bad Mexican food. What? The double cheese, double bean enchilada is a dangerous menu item. What happened after that? As they say, happens! That one was cool, huh? I hear kids really love toilet humor these days. That joke was so hip, I don't want to ruin it with a reply. I've got a good reply, though. That joke was so funny it earned you a penalty. I might not be able to get anything else out of him. Let's not make it 8 p.m., alright, Mo? What do you mean, let's not? Don't take the clown out of the clowning around. Come on, Nick, just listen to his joke. There are 3 reasons why I don't want to. 1, I probably won't laugh. 2, I'll get hit with a penalty. 3, I'll get whipped. Will the witness just proceed with his factual testimony? You are so boring. I still have, like, nothing. God damn it. I can't think of how to get him. I don't know. I got nothing. Anyone got any ideas? Say it now or forever hold your peace. It's all good. I don't know. I don't want to look up a guide. I've gone so long without using a guide. I mean, I'm asking chat for help, but that's different. That's viewer interaction, so it's different. Why does my controller keep... Sometimes this controller drifts and it's annoying. A bit far away, though. Nah. I was thinking, oh, maybe you saw Ben. That doesn't mean anything. That's not helping me. Monkey. Ugh. There has to be something I can get him on. But none of this evidence is really helping. On a guide. Alright, give me a hint when you get to it. This is a real brain teaser. Really making me use my mind's eye, as they call it. Did I press on this one? I don't know if I did. What was the sound like? Well, I guess it kind of sounded like, I guess you could say, Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary. Oh, how'd you know I was gonna make a joke? I guess that sounded like I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly. Someone getting hit, What then? You went to look out the window and you saw... Yeah, he heard someone getting hit. Huge noise. I'm just trying shit. Could I go to statement 6? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm on the statement for you. I gotta take another drink. My throat's still getting a bit scratchy. It's okay once I'm done. That should lead me in the right direction. Alright, because before it just made me die. And it hurt me. Bodily. Yes, I did! It's the climax of my story! He really does enjoy the completely random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with? You mean the weapon? I have no idea. Oh, murder! Weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? That's not what I meant. You did see everything, didn't you? Well, I suppose I did. Wait, no I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of murder committed that night? I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You'd better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown, because if you don't, you know, is waiting for you a nice penalty. Ugh, isn't this a bit melodramatic? I've got a great reason to make my claim. And I suppose you will be telling us all that great reason? Of course I will. The reason is the witness's very own testimony. What is the meaning of that, Mr. Wright? Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit. He did say that. However, Mo just stated the following under oath. I had been watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. If Mo is to be believed when he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound, there's no way that he could have seen Max clonk anyone. In 1972, a crack clown... Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment? They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from the maximum security clown car. Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court? No, I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick. These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth. Well, you're back from your jog? Well, it pretty much happened the way I said. Pretty much. When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps with my statement. Von Karma! Tampering with the witnesses again. So, now you are saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster? Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out. Checked out? Yeah, he was on permanent vacation. Mr. Curls! Your Honor. You did not witness the actual crime. However, you still say you saw the criminal, correct? Yes! Exactly! The ringmaster was slumped over and I saw him next to someone's silhouette. Very well. Then please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And if I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it? Got it. Oh wait, I don't have to save yet. Can't press him. It's a bit far away, but that shadow could have only belonged to Max. There's no doubt in it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever, this should finally be good enough, yes? It is a decisive testimony. Was Max really at the crime scene that night? He said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that. Alright, Alright, Mr. Wright. Commence your cross-examination. Why is the judge so touchy today? He doesn't want to be playing around with no monkey business. He's got a court to run, not a fucking circus. I like how the game is trying to convince us that Mo the Clown is the most annoying person here. I think he's great. I think he should be allowed to joke as much as he likes. Don't you think that you were going a little overboard with how explicit you're being? That shadow belonged to Max is an awfully firm statement, don't you think? What are you getting at? I'm just saying that one of your fellow performers' lives is on the line. Are you truly 100% absolutely certain that it was Max? I'm not the kind of person who would lie about someone as serious as this. The silhouette I saw was Max. I'm convinced of that. It doesn't seem like he is jumping to any conclusions at this time. Let's go over this again, then. What makes you so sure you saw Max that night? Trillo said the same thing, but if it was just the symbols, then even I could have been wearing them. What if someone had just taken Max's symbols and worn them? I thought of that myself, but just looking at the shape of the face I saw, it must have been Max. You're sure of that? Such a silly little boy. He threw his entire case headlong into a trap. You're sure that is what you saw that night? Exactly what I saw is exactly what I saw. I've got eyes like a hawk. Don't birds have terrible night vision? But that's not all I saw. Yeah, I like that he called Phoenix a silly little boy. Phoenix is like, how many years older than her? So Phoenix is about 24, he's 6 years her senior. Or is he 23? Either way, he's in his early 20s. He's older than that. You were able to see that kind of detail from your window. There was a light near the scene of the crime. Anyone with decent eyesight would have been able to see that much. Out of curiosity, Mo, what is your eyesight like? I can see like a hawk out of my left eye, and an eagle out of my right eye. Our records say his eyesight is a perfect 20/20. That must mean he could have seen the crime scene clearly. The more we look into the matter, the more suspicious it becomes. Hey, you asked what my eyesight was like, not what it actually was. So, you didn't actually see what the criminal was holding. That's correct. I've been curious to know what caused that loud noise. It must have been something incredibly hard. Too bad they haven't found the murder weapon to know for sure. They claim it was a blunt object. At least it says so in the autopsy report. With Trillo's testimony and now Mo's. It really seems like Max is the killer. Nick, you've got to find a contradiction in this. That's not going to be enough. What? I have to prove that Mo saw someone other than Max that night. That's the only thing that'll help. I've got to do it. There's no one whose face shape is really that similar. That was my random, like, shooting the shit. Like, oh, maybe someone has, like, a similar silhouette to him, and, like, that's how we prove he could have saw someone else. Let's see. Could have been Ben. I don't know. Could have been Regina. I'm literally just shooting the shit here. And if I accidentally get something, like, I'll take it. Could have been Russell. Something's missing? Whoa. You say you saw all of Max's, uppity symbols.
I suppose so. The cell cat in the cloak, right?
Mo, everyone knows that Maximilian Galactia has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols? Yay! Everyone get ready! All together now! Cell cat, cloak, white roses! What the? Who cares if he knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo?
Do you like pie? I love pie! 3.0.
Silence, fool. You are to respond with the whole truth. No fractions.
Order! Order!
Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you?
To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw.
The crime scene was dark. It's obvious it was too dark to see that kind of detail. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene.
Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case?
Clearly not. He is just toying with this court. I got around the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trillo's testimony? Trillo saw them all! Trillo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there was no white roses on the person he saw. There is absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction.
Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this...
Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without a doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactia. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap up this case now. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case.
Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age.
I'm not mature.
I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable, which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony.
What?
If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I am prepared to issue a ruling.
A ruling? Nick, this is your last chance. Hell yeah. We're getting there.
There's no doubt in my mind. There were no white roses that night. However, all the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I could forget about seeing decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance at this.
Just one chance?
I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against the witness. If you are going to prove to me there's a contradiction with Mr. Curl's statement, you'd better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations.
I've got only a single shot at this. I better be as careful as possible. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I will need. But he couldn't have been wearing it the whole time because it fell! It dropped off! That might be something. It is something! This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it?
Yep, that's it! That's the night he was wearing on that night.
No question in your mind?
Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that?
I see.
Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright?
Miss Von Karma, where exactly was the silk hat found? Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. The crime scene? That means... the silk hat fell off at the crime scene! However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary! The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene.
No, that's not true! Order! 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 Mr. Curls!
Yes, Your Honor? What is the meaning of all this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court.
Hey, that's just not right. That's harsh. What's not right
here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things.
Why
are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess, you just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because you were sitting above me? No matter how old I get, I'll always be younger than you. Ah! Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are? I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing that dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth. He's turned into a bratty little kid. It's pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene while wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there. He left the scene? What's the matter, Nick? There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo. What do you want? You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that. Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor. This witness's testimony is full of holes. Miss Von Karma's protest is useless. Ugh, you've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that alright with you, little guy? Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave the crime scene? The answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away. That's what I expected you to say. You sure that's how it happened? Say what? Huh? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. How about this? That shit. I'll take the penalty. I don't give a shit. So how did the criminal leave the scene of the crime? How could he have left the scene of the crime? Or rather, how do I counter the fact that he left the scene of the crime? Look at this picture. The problem is the footprints in the snow. Footprints? In this photo, we can see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there. Hey. So, Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all this witness's testimony from the court record. I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in. Wait just a second. You guys can't just ignore everything I've said. Fine, I'll tell you the truth this time. You wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today. That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear. I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better. Mr. Lawrence Curls. Yeah? The testimony you've provided up until now has been false? It hasn't been false, I haven't lied, it's just what? It's just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw. Order! I will have order! Franziska Von Karma, how could you? Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have. What opinion is that? It's not funny. That's enough of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear what the truth about you saw, Mr. Curls. You're not gonna believe this, but it's all true, I tell you. Try not to waste your time with your idiotic drivel. Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows. Everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's when I saw he...
This is the truth now. Get ready for it. He flew. He jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. And that's why there were no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints.
I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now?
Well, that was, how do you put this into words?
Maximilian Galactia is a world-class magician, but to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened.
You're right. Oh, why is she right? You believe the other witnesses. Why don't you believe me? Especially since it's the best part of the story. To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal.
What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright? This is all a dream, right? What he just said now was so strange, I don't think he would have made it up.
Which means that he is telling the truth?
That's what I think. Nick, wait! That means that Max actually used magic! Yikes, you're right. Ow. Only a foolish fool could be fooled by such a foolish fool's foolish dream. Don't be ridiculous. Magic does not exist. Oh, shit. You imbecile.
If you disregard the need for proof, Miss Von Karma's case is sound. However, I've got a feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reasons behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned.
Oh, I guess that wasn't a game over scenario. I thought it was for a second. Hey, sweeties, what in the world is going on? That's what I want to know. They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please. It's not that easy. But it looks so effortless for you on the stage. It's not that simple. I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and hold them to hoist me through the air. Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic. No, I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule. I'm sorry, Max. We made you break a magician's creed to never reveal the secrets of their tricks. Nick, what do we do now? All we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow. Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker. Part 3, Investigation. Alright. I think that's good for now, and I am tired enough to the point where I'm like, it's a little early to end, but I don't care. We can have shorter streams, it's alright. 3.5 hours used to be long for me. Maybe I'm getting old. Just kidding, I never age. But yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight's stream. Thank you all for coming. We'll be back to this case soon. It'll all be over soon, and then we can go to the final case. Unless there's a 5th case for this game as well. I think there's only 4 cases. I'm not sure, though. I know the 5th case in the first game was like a bonus they added later. Only 4? Okay. So, I would say we have like 3 solid streams of this game left. Which is pretty beefy. It's a pretty big, beefy stream, to be honest. I mean, we're on stream like 4 now. 7 streams is a lot for me. But yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight's stream. I want to thank you all for coming. Hope you all have a good night and take care. I'll be back with Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion tomorrow. Bye-bye.